the sample.
Yes.
And welcome back. Last week's adventure concluded on the mountain's edge, facing danger all around. The Fly Nerd Group always rolls the critical, gets all the hits, and takes them all down. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fly Nerd Primetime, Coach E Soul Star, the Fly DM coming to you, broadcasting from the realms in my mind. Right here next to me, I got my man, my ace, my mellow, my G.
That's me. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Fly Nerd Group, ladies and gentlemen. My name is the infamous, one of the legendary Cosmo Galactus. Peace to the gods and the earth's word is born, for real. Today we have a special guest.
Special guest. Birthday guest.
Word up. Birthday guest.
Wait, what?
It's his birthday, right?
Oh, you was silent?
Oh, shit.
See that?
First birthday celebration on the Fly Nerd Group. Word is born.
Hey,
Yeah.
who are you?
So what's good, people? My name is Chauncy, longtime friend of Coach E Soul Star and fellow Fly Nerd as of tonight, courtesy of Brother Kaz G and Ambi Warhol.
What's up?
And I'm into nerdish, Star Wars, Marvel, DC. I'm a film enthusiast.
Hey, you're a
do,
Pisces.
Lo-fi photography.
And my
yes,
sign is Pisces.
I am a Pisces. So, love it or hate it, that's what I'm on. But I'm here tonight with these fellas.
Word up.
About to get it in.
Word. And the man behind me, right off to the angle, to the right.
Right here.
Right there. Looking like he about to rob a stagecoach with that bandana.
Hey, listen. Exactly. I'm about to roll that naughty 20.
That nigga look like Android 17.
There it is. That's exactly it. That's the look right there. Now you get it. Come on, 18. What are you waiting for? Yeah, I'm the naughty 20 Ambi Warhol.
I learned.
But at least she 18 though, so it's all good. That's the conversation we was having earlier about the slickness of some knuckleheads from certain coasts that seem to always gravitate towards underage girls. We got one here, but they got more there. What's up, y'all? I'm Ambi Warhol, and I'm in a fucking mood, so
Yo!
I'm gonna say some shit.
That was a deep cut.
Yeah, it was. That was a
deep cut.
Y'all know what it is. Everybody know what it is. I mean, we ain't got to talk about it. We ain't here to snitch on nobody, but just avoid certain places, events, sounds,
Snakes.
Right, snakes in the grass. Keep it cut low. Hide your kid. Hide your wife. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm gonna say some things because I'm in that type of mood today, and it's a good mood because Fly Nerd Group is dope as fuck, and we changing the world like one episode at a time. Like, and not just like on this show for y'all to watch, but in real world, like the real world, we affecting change here in Chicago. We impacting some shit, and y'all gonna hear about it soon enough. That's all I got so far.
Word. And the sound selector, the master of the blaster, none other than
Dottie Rockports.
Dottie Rockports. I love these names.
Why Dottie Rock?
What's up
Go
with
ahead.
those?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing the science. I'm doing the science
Yeah,
with the
let us
Dottie
know.
Rockports. There was a stage in my life where I was rocking Rockports.
I knew it.
And it was fresh. You know what I'm saying?
They were. And when you said Rockport, I visualized like, damn, that's hard.
Like
That's one.
in
That's
94,
tough.
95, they had like
The Rockports was sick.
Yeah.
The brown
Yo,
leathers.
the leather,
Brown
the leather
leather
joints.
joints.
I know the ones you
You
talking
know what
about.
I'm
Brown leather
saying?
joint.
And it's like, it was a crazy situation where it was almost Timberlands, but not really.
Right.
And they
Right.
were comfortable as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can wear 'em
so,
anywhere.
right. So you can look at all my flash drives. I'm Dottie Rockports and all my shits.
Word.
So yeah, Dottie Rockports.
Hold on, talk about
Signing
this
in.
beat though.
One time for my man DJ Allo. This was a sample I've been working with for a minute for the Fly Nerd Group because I was like, y'all need an intro. We could do instrumentals all day, but what is significant and signature for y'all?
Word.
So, spend a weekend at my man's crib, you know what I'm saying? We cooked up this, you know what I'm saying?
And it's a beat that we have access to, right?
On the mic, on the mic, on the cam. Pressure. It's the pressure, baby.
All right, he's okay.
Yeah.
Cooking up some marvelous. That's what's up.
Yeah, I like how all that went down right there. That long pause was so
Oh,
genuine.
I got
Hey.
the face.
Hey, you got the face, because how you going to ask me that? I'm like, this was tailored for you.
I know. I just wanted to hear it. It was all about presentation. Like, I
Let's
want
start
everybody to
Scream
know.
Attack.
Right.
Right, it was he's Starscream being Starscream.
Strategic.
Yo, speaking of presentation,
Yeah.
one of Chicago's finest artists out there is the subject of a documentary. Kanye
He
and the
is.
Genius on Netflix, airing in 3 parts.
With Cody?
Yeah, with Cody.
Cody.
And, man,
Yeah, that's a dope joint.
When I saw this shit, I thought it was dope because,
yes sir.
for one, you see like the footage. Like, if you was familiar with Kanye or whatever, he always had that footage. Like, if you see Through the Wire,
Exactly.
that was that footage.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Documentary and stuff.
He shot one of the versions of Jesus. This nigga wrote. He did 3 videos for Jesus Walk.
Yes.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
And I think Cody did 2 of them. You know what I mean? So
I'm sure we'll see that in here.
yeah. So a lot of shit resurfaced after this. You know, a lot of Chicago history. A lot,
Right.
mishaps and.
Yeah, a lot of people came out of the woodwork. Like everyone who had a Kanye interaction.
But it tripped me out though because it was like, hey man, y'all wasn't with him in 5th grade. Like, how come that part wasn't in the movie? It's like,
What?
Oh man.
no, but it's that type of shit.
Yeah,
you
it's
know
like
what I
this-
mean?
Yeah, where is my part in his life?
It's
And
like-
that's what they really asking.
I feel
It's only the
I
first
think
episode.
everybody wants some credit off of some shit, and that's one of the downfalls of Chicago because there's only a few artists that actually make
Speak
it
on
out
it, bro.
and make
Speak
it
on
out.
it.
So there's a lot of people that want that particular credit and want to
Speak
latch
on
on into that part of the legacy, even though it doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day.
Agreed.
But that's just how the mindset is because there's not too many of us that make it. And then when one of us do make it, you get a ripple effect of that type of shit because you see people that congratulate it and love it, and then you see the opposite side of people want to be attached to it or anything that spew negativity, like that's bullshit.
Right,
And,
right.
You know, it's kind of interesting to see the whole city react.
It was
To a documentary.
something on Twitter where I didn't read the whole thing because I read the first couple of sentences and I was turned off. And dude was like, yeah, I didn't look at the documentary because I'm not really a Kanye fan. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Right, like
You know what I'm
that's got
saying?
nothing to do
Because
with
it's
it.
like,
Got
I
nothing to do
mean,
with
you
it.
have your opinion, then don't watch
Right.
it.
If
that simple.
If it's not for you, then don't
Exactly.
then it's not for you, and that's fine.
But it's a documentary. It's not a Save the Wells. It's like
You don't like
have to-
raisins
right.
in your coleslaw, then
Right.
keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
It's like it's a history. It's a reference of history, and I think one of the strongest things about the documentary so far is seeing him smile.
For a man, you saw a
Yes,
man
absolutely.
come from where he is, and he is an icon. We can argue it, but he is.
Yeah, he is,
He's on people's tongues. He's
He's definitely
you know
iconic.
what I'm saying?
and he's free. He's free. Like even though like
To a
that's-
certain point, but we'll get into that conversation.
Yeah.
But I mean, from the basics of it, this is the man chasing his dream. He traveled to New York, back to Chicago to see his moms. Or was it? Did she move out there with him?
No, she
No,
just took him
she's-
out there.
Right.
she drove him out there.
Right. So he was going back and forth, just crazy, like how he just jumped shit. And Cody, he wanted to be a comedian. So Channel Zero was kind
Yeah,
of
he
like,
was working the angle.
it was the inspiration of Fly Nerd, kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, get in the grasp of the people, and he was interviewing artists, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's what made the gist of the show. It was dope, so he encountered Mace, and then that's when he encountered Kanye. He wasn't there. He didn't see Kanye at birth and say, oh my God, let me film this guy, he's great.
No, he saw him in the trenches.
He saw him training day, really. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was in the trenches.
He was wild chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was in some spots. He could walk in rooms, and that's always a dope move when you could walk in certain rooms. You know what I
Right.
mean? And he was definitely a room walker. And hey, you just see the development of it and how it started. You know what baffled me though?
What's that?
when they went inside Rockefeller Records,
Yeah.
I imagine like super dope luxury, like
Nah, not
Just an
that-
office.
Right.
Remember, they was
It's just an office.
they was
In Def Jam, it's just an office in the building where Def Jam was.
Yeah, it was just normal
like,
people.
Right, like there wasn't gonna be like an ice sculpture of Jay-Z in the.
I was like, yo.
One could be no Star Tower, in other words.
Right.
No.
Nah.
And the staff just looked like someone's cousins and shit.
Yes.
Like,
Real
Right.
people.
Yes.
Hey, the culture is real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's Bob in accounting.
we romanticize.
It took me back to Shrewd days, like on
Yes,
Shrewd Jaguar
sir.
days, real talk.
Shrewd and fucking
Jaguar.
across the board
Yes,
and
sir.
Jaguar.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
They was the real starters of the street
Yes,
though,
sir.
because they the
gorillas.
motherfuckers was putting the shit.
Man,
the
if you on the
snipes.
street team, then
Get the
I'm
fuck
telling
out.
you.
Yeah, it
Right.
was artists that
Telling
used to appreciate the street team from putting the snipes. Hey man, you put the snipes all the way up down the pole. That's what Big Boy said to one of the
No,
teams.
and I will go on record.
All the way up the pole.
I will go on record. Nobody has sniped Michigan Avenue like I did.
Yeah,
I went from the bridge all the way to Chicago Avenue, but doing poles
Damn.
on both sides of the street.
You
And
was a
and
sniper.
and see, Cypher didn't
You was
get
the
me.
sniper.
Dude, I went out at 9 o'clock and it was like, yup, boom, 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 and
You had all that shit in your trunk.
no, I was on foot.
Well, he was gangster.
I was on foot.
And not,
So
and,
he
and if you
had-
and if you think about it,
He
not
had backpack.
and if you think
I
about
didn't
it,
have a
not,
backpack. I was walking down the street with my joints all the
Those
time.
snipes are huge.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
Exactly.
Cardboard
I had my
posters.
gun. I had my joint. I was like, bing, 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 boom, 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 boom,
Damn.
boom.
Okay.
you gotta think 9 p.m.
And I'm
is actually a
telling
sweet
you,
spot.
I took the pictures back to Shrewd. They was like, yo, son, you are crazy.
So
I'm
what
like,
this-
yo, it's what it
That's
is.
why I probably, yeah. Okay.
This is
Yeah.
exactly,
Alright.
exactly.
Dope.
Damn.
Shrewd.
Reconnection
See, that's
right.
always see how Chicago connects to so many layers.
Yeah.
The whole story will never get captured. We see New York and LA and motherfucking South. We see all this shit, but we never get Chicago's story out fully. And that's unfortunate, man. We need to
I mean, I would be interested in a
More.
Common doc and a Twisted doc. I would love to see any footage from these guys.
Well, we got a couple of more docs coming out in Chicago.
Well,
We got a couple.
yeah,
we got a
there's
couple.
quite a few, quite a few.
Couple
we
of
got a
cities.
good one though, because it's like chapters of this shit. This
Yeah,
is
there's
one
layers.
level of,
That's one corner.
one corner, but what was happening? It's like the multiverse. Like, what was happening over there then? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you bring that to light, and then you bring this
And the
other
overlapping
story,
people,
because
too.
there's so many chapters. Like, I could get one done, but then there's other motherfuckers that I know. You know what I
Right,
mean? That's really a part of the culture and everything. Because it's like everyone just want to have see how regular that shit is. Like, goodness.
Yeah,
Our office taking
Yeah.
care of business.
it's just an office.
Brick and mortar.
I know you wanted fountains and crystal bottles.
Well,
and,
if you see what it looked like now, the Rock Nation offices.
Well, that's more modern.
Yeah,
you know what I
they
mean?
there now.
I expect that.
and that's a different level of ownership, and a
Yeah,
different level
yes,
of
absolutely.
That's years
yeah,
of
yeah.
making of hits. Yeah,
yeah.
years of it.
No, I don't think Jay would have his office like this now, but like yeah, but like at this
Hey,
juncture,
you got to scramble and get it in.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
But I mean, just seeing that as the gatekeepers and shit, and then just having that whole perspective of like, all right, well, I'm gonna still do what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna get this deal, and that's what he did. He just really just worked hard.
And it was the
at
way
it.
he did it that's the part I appreciate. Because,
Because at a certain point, the artist was just using them for beats.
I mean,
Like,
that
you
was the
could
whole
see
thing.
That, obviously.
Yeah, that's what everybody kept saying. And make sure you got my beat. Where's that beat? Where's that beat?
Right. Everyone was talking about the beat.
Yep. And it was the outsiders, the rest of the outsiders, like the most devs and stuff that weren't a part of that larger conglomerate,
True.
that was respecting him for what he was, because they were really on the street level of culture. It wasn't just a business for them.
yeah, I felt Kanye and Most was a wonderful combination when they would link.
Yeah, that's
I felt
true.
that.
They did make dope ass music.
Yeah, I felt
Yeah.
that. I wanted a full on
That would have been dope. A full.
yeah.
Like Most Def and Kanye. Not,
Yeah, Most Def and
like,
Kanye.
whoop, whoop, grah. God
Well,
damn.
what he said, like he said in the documentary, he said he's as much.
Well, what
Rockefeller
about
as
that
he is
Brown
Rawkins.
Sugar soundtrack?
Oh yeah.
That was like Most Def and Kanye.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And what
That was
artists
it.
what artist has actually been in a position where he could juxtapose
Between the
both
two worlds.
and be successful?
Yeah, that's
You
it.
see what I'm saying? And them beats just hit.
Yeah, because he had
You know
beats
what
for
I'm
both sides.
saying? Exactly.
Yeah. That's a fact.
What do you think about Kanye? Did you see the doc?
No, yeah, I saw the doc, and for the most part, it gives me more of admiration and respect for what he's done from his humble beginnings, and due to the fact that, you know, aside from all the little dramatic stuff that he gets himself embroiled in, this makes me respect Kanye more as the artist that I've known to come to like him as. You know what I mean? Because
Kanye.
Yeah, old Kanye, basically. 'Cause at the end of the day, that's what it should be about. You know what I mean? It should be more about the music, who you rocking with, you know, as far as other artists goes, what collabs you can put together, and enough of the old overdramatic stuff you got going on elsewhere. It's like, this brought me back to what I appreciate about Kanye when he first came out.
I fuck with that. Yeah, and that was like the essence. So you just see the raw essence of something. And you know, you just, hey, dude put his whole career on the line just to go and shoot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know?
Right.
That's kind of like, you know, like, oh, shit. All right. And he went and he got all that footage and it took years and years and years to put that shit together.
As most docs do.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Yeah, as most docs. Like, a
It's not
documentary is not.
overnight.
Yeah, it's not an instant
overnight.
process at all.
Nah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I applaud like
I
those.
admire that shit.
I applaud those people who do those long termers, like the one that was about that followed those kids from birth.
Which one?
I forgot what it's called, but it was like they followed a group of kids from birth till they were 23 or something like that, and it was shot, you know, pretty much the entire thing took the 23 years plus all the editing years.
Oh,
What the
shit.
fuck?
Yep.
So what was the
How
initial
long is the
intention?
movie?
It's like it's a series, so it's like each section is like 3 hours. So like it's really long.
What was the reason they
Really
started
long.
following these kids?
Exactly.
I think it was a study in small town
They
life.
better not be no muties.
Right.
I don't think the makers of the Sentinels was there to monitor
Like
mutant activity.
Trask,
Yeah.
Trask,
But Trask. I don't think Trask was
No
there.
Trask Industries.
No
Trask-
trash, no Gyric.
Man. Like, wait a minute. What's going on
There
here?
not be no muties
But that's
there.
But see, it's even worse. Like, now they following kids that they didn't. What was the purpose?
I think it was a study in small town life and factors like the nature versus nurture.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty much like it was pretty much done to study like these kids come from this really small town that, you know, like bumfuck.
Yeah.
And, you know, and so what's
You
the,
said bumfuck.
you know, what, you know, bumfuck wherever, 55th and far away. Well, no, what?
Hey, shout out to all you. So what would you? So they would be basically bumfuckers, right? Shout out to all you bumfuckers.
Shout out to the bumfuckers from Ambi, I guess.
Hey, they
So funny.
Y'all
Well, now.
suburb people don't get offended.
I meant that with love. I mean, if you from bumfuck, you a bumfucker.
But one more thing I did want to point out too,
up?
what this documentary kind of reminds me of is a similar documentary that I peeped a little while ago on Amazon Prime called Val. It was based off the career of Val Kilmer. And you know, back in the day, a lot of people, but check it out. Back in the day, you know, Val Kilmer was known as one of those difficult type artists to work with and deal with.
Oh, he was
whatever.
a diva or whatever that's called.
That's what a lot
Man,
of people
he's
are
a-
saying. Whatever.
He's an interesting person, but go ahead.
But when you know, peep those documentaries and stuff like that, it's similar to what, you know, the whole thing with Kanye go through with, you know, starting from the ground up, working with similar artists, the trials and tribulations, the stuff he's gone through, and like now, like Val Kilmer, if you watch the documentary, he's got like throat cancer, so he's like,
Oh,
barely
that's why
can
he
speak.
looks like that.
Yeah, he can barely speak, but he still acts though. That's the crazy part.
Right.
Because he did a movie called Birthday Cake, and it's like a mob movie. But even though he uses the thing for his throat or
To
whatever
talk,
like
yeah.
that, he still tries to put on that dramatic performance. So it shows like the dedication from the artist.
Iceman.
Yeah, man.
That's fucked up.
You
My
know?
bad.
Mad Mardigan.
Man,
Val
that was
Kilmer,
my
man.
joint. Wow, that
Yeah.
was my joint right there.
One time,
No, that's what I was saying.
one time Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But hey,
Come on.
hey,
On a high note.
better than the Clooney though. Better than the Clooney.
I can't remember that much.
I was
oh
try-
yeah, Doc Holliday.
Doc Holliday, there we go.
That's the one.
Tombstone, Doc Holliday, yes.
You know?
Yep.
I'm your Huckleberry.
And Willow. He was
that's
in Willow.
Mad Mardigan.
Yeah, Mad Mardigan. And I guess The Doors.
That was good actually.
Yeah, that was good.
He definitely was Jim Morrison.
And he
Yeah.
was in The Saint.
Yeah.
The Saint was also his like. He was
Oh,
a
The
feat-
Saint was dope.
Yeah, that
I like
that
the-
soundtrack was though. That's where Sneaker Pimp's 6 Underground.
Yep.
That's where that song came from.
Oh, that's dope.
And he was good in Heat also.
I do, yeah.
Can't forget about
Oh,
Heat.
yeah,
The remake,
right.
the remake.
Wasn't
Hey, you know Burt Reynolds.
Did you say he's no Burt Reynolds? What are you, a Florida grandma? Oh, I don't know about that Val Kilmer. He's no Burt Reynolds.
But of course, the almost iconic role there.
Yeah, that's
Doc
the one.
Holliday.
Yeah.
That's the
I'll
one.
be a Huckleberry.
That's the best one he did.
Johnny
I believe every
Johnny
moment.
Ringo.
Yep.
Him and Michael Bean going at it.
I ain't got no beef with you.
Right.
Yeah, one shout out to Val Kilmer, man.
Yeah, super shout out to
Yeah, shout out to Val Kilmer.
He's another one with a name that I'm sure he went through it in life.
Oh yeah.
You know, first name Val. I mean, if you not like Nordic, Val.
You
is
think
not,
that's their real name? You know, some of these names are made up for
Yeah, like Jamie Foxx.
Exactamundo.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if he made up a name, Val Kilmer doesn't sound like a good made up name. It sounds very real. Man, I'm gonna be difficult.
Starscream.
Right, Starscream done in.
Right, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? My name is Engelbert Humperdinck.
Yeah.
You know,
That was that dude's real name.
killed Humperdinck.
That's unfortunate.
Right.
Very.
What is it? Iñigo Montoya.
Imagine roll call.
Engelberg.
Humperdinck.
Every day.
Engelberg
Every-
Humperdinck.
You, sir. Are you here? Okay, good.
Hey, yo, just like Dick Butkus, man. That dude had to be
Oh,
tough.
my goodness.
That dude had to be tough, man.
That's another one.
That,
Oh,
Is his real name Richard or some shit?
it's
like-
Richard Butkus though, but it's,
No,
like,
yeah.
that's still it's still Butkus at the end of your name.
Yeah, that's your name, Mr. Buttkiss.
Right, you're still Mr. Butkus.
So why he changed his name to the other shit?
to
To avoid that shit.
I mean, that's kind of working a different way. It's
You
still,
can't break down Richard because that's a whole problematic situation. You can't call yourself Dick Butkus.
Now we getting into Black Dynamite.
Dick Butkus.
Little Richard Buttkiss.
That's even worse.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Little Ricky Butkus. Like, come on, son.
Well, now.
Y'all
Look at
funny,
OJ's face. That's exactly how you react to somebody saying, "Yo, son, my name is Dick Butkus." Yo,
It's like, yo, wait a minute, what?
your name goes around like, no,
Chuck
no,
Chuck
no.
Knox. What a name. What a name. That's a name built for football.
Hey, O.J.
Chuck
Simpson,
Knox.
Man, so-
Yo, them names.
Deacon Jones. That's a football name.
Well, number one, if someone said Deacon Jones, I'd say, what church?
Deacon Joe.
The Church of Pain. Church of Pain Sunday right here.
Right.
Deacon Jones.
Right.
So if he worked at a church, he'd be Deacon.
Hey, that's
Bill
back,
Curry.
man.
That's a fucking sports name.
Yeah, that is.
Man, that's back when your helmet would get twisted off, man. That,
Yeah,
they,
this
that,
is Smash.
that-
That's when
This-
your
this
head
is-
was getting fucked
I mean,
up.
look at that dude. Look at these. They
Yo,
look
look at the face mask. It's bare minimum.
right. That's bare
Oh, it's
minimum.
no- yeah,
They were there
it's-
to fight.
Look
They
at
were there to
65,
fight.
72. Well, they rugged,
best
Joe.
believe Dan
Yeah,
Reeves
that's-
gonna
that's-
get
that's
his
back.
ass.
Rugged.
I mean,
Hey, this is Al Bundy conversation. Now, that's
see,
when
see,
men
look,
were
look.
men.
I mean, look at that.
Sloppy.
Look at that.
Dang.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Tear them down.
Boom.
If football was like this now, I would love it.
That's when the Bears was like grizzly.
when it
no
was
pun
grimy.
intended.
Gladiators, man.
That's when you have moments like the
Look at
refrigerator
that. Look
carrying
at that. You
people
couldn't even
over
get
the
out
end
the
zone.
backfield, bro. Look at it.
And that's what made Walter Payton even more amazing. Because
he was surrounded by the best.
He would run untouched.
Hey, he didn't want to get tackled. You see how
He would run.
Yeah, who want to get there?
I want to get hurt.
Let me
I'm
go.
gone.
Defense was better then, but not everybody was. Like back then, Chicago's defense was
Oh, we ran over.
no pun intended, but very grisly.
It was very butt
You know what
kick.
I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it was very butt kick.
It was very
That's questionable.
I mean, the tight ends, you know.
Oh my
I can't
God.
watch them get up now.
Hey, yo, when the first time I started thinking about them names, the wide receiver, you know, you're just like, what's really going on?
The halfback
Come on.
versus the fullback.
The fullback, the quarterback, and then you got the cornerback,
Man, listen.
And the center.
and then the center.
Stop.
With the quarterback.
You know,
The nose guard.
Yeah, you get your nose guard.
Oh. Oh, hey.
It
Oh.
all goes wrong. It all went wrong.
We got very Greek for a second.
Right. That's what I said. We going Al
got
Cross
Bundy.
that
very
multiverse.
We going Al Bundy right now.
You know what
It's like, those were men were men.
Ooh.
You know?
Well, you know, the times they
Did
are
y'all see the
changing.
NBA All-Stars?
No.
I watched bits and pieces of it.
I watched
What Steph did in the All-Star game was with those threes was just insane. I mean, he was 13 for 27, all threes, dropped 50 points, All-Star game MVP. Like, he was just out. I mean, I know it's the All-Star game, so defense is not real in the All-Star game at all.
right.
But he was just shooting from like anywhere. It was like.
Because he could.
Just because he could, he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. Give me some popcorn right here. He was just,
He said, give me some popcorn.
you know,
There
he was
was
just
no
all over the
dunks,
place.
though? There was no one dunking? No foolies?
LaMelo Ball. Yeah, I mean, it was, during the game, some people got off. It was some.
They try not
some
to,
moments,
because, you know,
but
they don't want to get
the
hurt.
dunk-
Why don't they? Look,
the
man.
dunk contest wasn't all that this year, though.
So I was talking to you, asking you off camera. Can you explain to me why in the fuck don't the stars get into the dunk contest anymore?
Most of them is because they don't want to lose. And
Lose
then,
what?
like, you know, they don't want to take the ding to their rep. You know, they don't want.
If they lose a dunk contest, that takes away something.
I guess in today's generation, yes.
Yes.
I guess in today's generation, yes.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
sponsorships? Like,
No.
no, we're not going to sign you, buddy.
no.
I mean, it's a blue.
You lost.
Remember, nowadays, if you fuck up, it goes all over the place with the internet. It's gonna be, you're gonna be a meme.
Yeah, so like you don't want to go out there and
That's
like
an image,
and like
yeah.
and brick a dunk or get stuck on the rim, or you know what I'm saying, have like the accidents that can happen in the dunk contest, or you don't want to get
That's true.
injured,
The things that do
I
happen,
hear that.
and you don't want to get injured.
they happen.
So you know, and that has happened too. There's been some sprained ACLs and torn ligaments in these things. So yeah, there's some people that's been hurt. In one of the contests that he actually won, Dominique, he hurt his knee.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, like he had won the dunk contest, but he had to sit out like a number of games.
Ah, okay. I understand.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I'm saying. It's like you risking your real season is at risk when going to a dunk. It's not like the 3-point shootout. You ain't got nothing to lose if you miss, you know. But if you dunk and fuck yourself up, you ruining your season.
Okay, I feel you.
But I mean, there was a time when that was the thing. It was like, you know, but it's a different
When
era
men
of
were men.
stars.
So why is
men
it
were men.
lackluster, though?
Yeah, I don't know,
Or
man.
just the whole, I don't know.
It's like at this point, what dunk haven't we
It's
seen?
really a shooter's.
It's a shooter's league now, anyway. It's a shooter's league.
Let's talk about the fact that, I mean, nowadays, at the end of the day, half the people that are playing the game are not game. They don't love the game. They love the check. And if you love the check more than you love the game, then you're not going to put that in.
That was an oopie.
Or alley-oops.
That was an oopsie.
I mean, like I said, it was some.
Don't
it was
the
some
Bulls got a
moments.
dope guy right now?
Bulls have a couple, a few
three.
dope guys. Yeah, we got Ball,
Who's the one scoring? The scorer?
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, DeRozan, and with Levine right behind him. Yeah, DeRozan is a killer.
He hungry.
DeRozan is a killer.
He plays the game. He
Oh.
came
We should
he
go
ain't
to
came
a
to play
game.
with y'all.
Yeah,
let's go.
Those three just really gelled. Like that was it, and it was so instant. No one like the signing of DeMar DeRozan. The critics were like worst. They were like worst free agent signing ever. The Bulls like that. They'll never gel. Like the whole team that the Bulls put together. Everyone was like anti.
So
like,
he had to prove that. He was like, all right,
and so they just really pulled it together. And then Sasha Vuvacek at center. You know, it's a dope team.
We're number 2 right now, you said?
We're tied. We're actually kind of tied for first. Like Miami and us could really interchange. You know, so 1 or 2 game winning streak, losing streak.
One could switch, yeah.
It can switch it real. I mean, right now the top 5 in the East is like super tight. They all about 2 games apart from each other.
Oh, okay.
So like literally a 3-game skid can cost you the number 2 spot. Right now.
Real, okay.
Like it's the post All-Star break now.
Number 2 right now though.
Right, they number 2 right now. So we post All-Star game. So this is where teams tighten up.
This is where it gets serious.
Yeah, this is it, because this is where playoff position.
The road to playoff.
Yeah, it's playoff positioning come. My worry about the
Let's
Bulls.
get a playoff ticket.
That would be dope.
Front row fly nerd.
Let's go.
The fur on.
Let's do it.
My worry with the Bulls though is that
like Lucas.
we struggle against Durant and we struggle against Giannis. We don't do well against big forwards. Big scoring forwards are our Achilles heel. Yeah.
So you think this
We'll be all
is
right.
limited in the playoffs?
I mean, I don't think we're coming out the East. Well, I think we'll make noise, but I don't think we're coming out the East.
We're not coming out top, but we gonna get in.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be in, and we'll definitely, first round we probably be good. Second round should be interesting. If we make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, that'd be real dope. That'd be super dope.
Amazing.
That'd be super dope. I mean, hey, anything could happen. A team could heat up, and all the Bulls could heat up.
And I mean,
you never know.
It's possible.
You never know. No, brother, I'm on fire.
Shout out to Red Man Reggie Noble.
Yeah.
Hey Reggie, where's that album at? Come
I
on.
seen you jumping out
Too
planes and
busy
shit.
doing power with meth.
You better hurry up.
Yeah, he doing that Method Man workout. They getting they swole on.
He'll be getting back to that.
Getting they swole on. Well,
Seemed like he lost weight.
He lost a lot of weight.
He
over
lost
the
a lot of
years.
weight. Yeah.
'Cause he used to be swole.
Like,
he used to be doing them prison
wasn't-
workouts with K Solo.
He wasn't
Right.
he wasn't super brolic, but like
He was
you know,
big.
he was a nice
He
size.
was a big heavy dude.
Yeah, he's-
what did he say?
he
I
just
weigh.
seemed
He
to
said I
slim
weigh
down.
190 plus tax at one point.
Yeah.
That's what he used to say. Now he's saying he like 140 or something.
That was like
man.
like there's a dark side. There.
Yeah,
You
back
see,
then.
like he was
swole. Like he was filling up them snorkels.
Yeah, true.
filling up them snorkels.
He lost water weight.
Yeah, I mean he started fasting. He started eating differently. He changed his lifestyle around. You know, he was
Smoking good
living
weed.
differently. You know, so yeah, he probably put down the liquor a little bit. Started eating better.
Right.
Smoking that grizzly.
So now he at that true weight. So it's a good time for him to bulk up with meth.
Right.
That's
Wonder
real.
Man.
And to be that smoker, his lungs is like pristine. Like
Oh yeah, his breath control is amazing.
man, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing breath control. Absolutely.
I didn't know KRS-One smoked. Speaking of which, because he got an album coming out tomorrow.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, I didn't know he smoked, but he do. He's a real
It's
one.
not surprising.
I guess I'm not too surprised by that. I mean,
Yeah, it's not too surprising.
he did. He was on the sparking the madism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
And a blunt getting smoked.
he definitely described going to his weed guy in that verse. Yeah, his verse was about going to his weed guy.
With a joint in his pocket.
Yeah, with a joint in his pocket. That's right. That's real shit. That's real. I have many people who I interact with roll up with blunts and joints just right there already.
That's the way.
They be like, yo, what's up? I'm like, well, okay.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Did anybody listen to that Lobby Boys yet?
I have not.
The song, at least. The song they released. Yeah, Lobby Boys. Mano and Jim Jones.
I heard the Mano verse.
I have not.
Say no.
You say what? Yeah.
Gangsta Grizzly.
Based off the players, I'm not invested. Not at all.
That's what I'm talking
My
about.
man
Why
said,
we
based
talking about
on the
that shit?
players.
I'm just saying, like I'm not invested. I'm good. Is it dope though?
I want to hear the Pusher.
Well, when's that drop?
I mean, the one song is out. I don't know when the album comes out.
Have y'all heard that new West Side Gun and Benny and all that?
Which
See,
one?
The video
I
that
need to
just
hear
like
that.
popped off. I haven't heard it yet.
The
That's
one that
gonna
spray
be on
baby
the
to
new-
80, spray 80 the baby woke up. That one?
Nah, that's gonna be on Tanner Talk
It's
4.
what is it's a mob
The new,
a mob
Benny
theme.
joint.
Yeah, it's a mob theme joint.
I saw that it dropped. I hadn't listened to it yet. Like, I saw that it dropped.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it either. Not yet. I'm gonna go home and sit
Pop
with
it
it,
in.
man.
Well, while we on the subject of Chicago, we had an interesting meeting with a local brewmaster.
Did we?
I thought we did.
Yes, we did.
All right.
What's his
What's
name?
I don't think I imagined it.
What's that? Another interdimensional travel?
Right,
Exactly.
like, are you sure?
Right. I was like, because he was there. So when he said, did we? And he said it with such conviction, I had to think, like, wait, did I imagine the whole thing?
Look, that's Android, bro.
I was convinced, man.
No, I just wanted you, when I
You
said that was the
calculated.
did we, like, okay, elaborate, let's go.
I got you. I'm high, man. It's cool. Yeah, we met with Brewer Ross, the guy who came up with his own Harolds 83 Honey Ale.
And he did Chicago Uncommon.
And Chicago Uncommon Ale.
Yep.
Both available at Haymarket Brewery. So make sure y'all go to Haymarket, ask for Harolds 83, and ask for Uncommon Chicago. They're both real tasty. We had the pleasure of sitting down with the brother, tasting his wares on a nice Sunday afternoon. It was dope. It was a dope thing, and there may be some collaboration coming.
Yeah, there's definitely some things in the works with that. Shout out to Haymarket Brewery. They're doing the residency with all of the local black breweries. All the black-owned breweries, I should say. So that's like, everybody know about Moore's.
Right.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Moore's.
Moores.
Shout out to
Moores.
Black Horizon, Funky Town, Turner House, and of course, Harolds 83. Now, of course, the thing about Harolds that's dope is because, like, of all the names, that's the one that really represents Chicago in every way. Harolds 83. You know what that means if you're from Chicago. If you don't, Harolds,
It's automatic.
yeah, it's the chicken, and it's with the mild sauce, right?
The mild
That mild
sauce.
sauce, right, J-Dub?
Treacherous mild sauce.
We got the good mild sauce. So yeah, like, we had a good time. So we working on some things. Actually, we might as well talk about it because it's coming up. The plan is to have a fly night at Haymarket on March 1st.
Word up.
It's going to be sponsored by and featuring Harolds 83 Honey Ale. There's going to be a nice little combo that you can get with the brew, a burger and fries, etc.
And a shot, right?
And a shot.
Right.
So it's going to be a nice little little
25, I think.
joint. Yeah, I think 25 for the total joints. Or whatever, because also the menu is completely open, so you can get any of the brews that's available
I
there.
mean, liquor, drinks, you know what I mean?
You know, the music, fly
Specifically,
shit.
Yeah, fly shit.
We gonna be hosting, so we gonna have some good things going on
Say
there.
word.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Real for real.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna wear my
Yes, sir.
wallabies for this.
Oh, that's a Wallaby night.
Yeah. Throw
a
some
wallaby
slacks
night.
on, you know what I mean? Get
So
busy.
by the time y'all see
You know,
this,
are you gonna paint them like blue and cream?
I'm gonna dip it, son. You know what I mean?
it almost, hey, when he said that blue and cream, it sounded almost like 50 saying it.
I'm gonna dip it with the
Hey,
red
with the
mild
blue and creams,
sauce.
fam.
I'm gonna do the. How do you gotta do the 50?
You gotta be real blick. Tank tip. Tank tip, we don't step.
I'm gonna do it red and green. You know what I'm saying? Respect for the chicken and the mild sauce. You know what I mean?
There we go. Which also, yeah, that's what's up.
See.
There
I'm
we
saying?
go. I'm with that.
For sure.
All right, peace,
for sure.
peace, love you,
Peace,
bro.
Mose. That's a beautiful dog, right
And
there.
Lockheed.
Yeah, so March
Another
1st,
dimension.
stay tuned for that.
In Pisces season.
Oh,
In Pisces season.
Pisces season.
water
You've been
wet.
shouting out signs all day.
That's because it's him.
You know what? Because it's my season. March 7th, the God Day,
What's
when the
that?
guy was born.
There
Yes,
we
sir.
is.
Who wear your own
Yes,
sirens?
sir.
You had it on lock. You did it so well. It was so well timed.
Oh, this is time for explosions and
Right, I was appreciative that I had my shots fired.
Throw some shots
There
out.
we
There
go.
you go. Where the shots?
Dun, 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 dun. Knock, 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 knock.
Hold on. I got the, hold on. What?
There we go.
There you go.
It's a lazy afternoon on a Saturday.
Megatron.
That's the sound of someone dancing and then dying.
Wow, bro.
That was one gun to make them dance and another to make them die.
Then after that, you hear the
And
pop,
then
pop.
he shot with the whole.
And then it's an emergency.
Right.
Oh, that's a shotgun.
That's a 380.
That sounds like you recorded that outside.
It might have been.
That's some 79
going.
action.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
Nice. With the bop. Yeah, see what y'all open up. Y'all never know what y'all gonna get outside of the Fly Nerd Group cookie jar.
It just got real nasty in
Just
there.
stick your hands in and whatever come out.
Got real
You
nasty
might
in
get
here.
this vibe at March 1st. You know what I mean?
Man,
we gonna be there. We
gonna have some fly guests. We gonna do some D&D that night. We might do some cosplay. Might have some comic books on deck. Who knows?
Never know.
We gonna make it a fly event though, so it's gonna be fun. Y'all gotta turn up, show up, turn up, turn out, be out.
Never turn down.
Never, nah.
Turn down for what? Speaking of turning down, 228 looks like we'll be turning down the mask.
Well, at least Illinois.
At least Illinois is lifting their mask mandate.
Yeah.
Chicago politics, they playing games, but I mean, it's
But it's going to be up to the individual businesses though to decide.
No. Chicago is saying that they not going. They're not honoring.
Who said? Wait, who said?
Lightfoot.
Auntie, man.
Lightfoot.
Auntie said.
Yeah, it was a state situation,
Yeah,
right?
'cause
She was
really-
like, yeah, nah.
They've been arguing and back and forth this whole time about what can and can't be done. But it's legit though, because it's the same thing in Atlanta with Georgia. We're more dense. We're a highly populated per capita city. So
Yeah, you take Chicago away from Illinois. Illinois is nothing.
Yeah, Illinois. It ain't enough. The density of people is not the same. Yeah, so outside of Chicago, the suburbs, you good. But in Chicago limits, they're saying we'll see. And they coming up with their own criteria. She always said you got to check the boxes on some Roy shit. And if those boxes are checked, meaning like certain things are green for longer periods of time, she said, then we'll go that way. But I mean, at this point, I don't know, because we're not getting any information about what's really going on anymore. So
are people getting sick?
we don't know.
I mean, the
numbers are going down. That's why things are opening up. I'm sorry to part.
No, go ahead.
Numbers are going down. That's why they're loosening up things. But what they're not doing is the whole vaccination. If you want to sit in
Right.
type situation, they're not letting that go.
No, that's not
It's
gonna
eventually going to happen.
We
But
hope.
try to be respectful of Lightfoot. She's got a, you know what I'm saying? She's got a grip on that for whatever fucking reason. But that's all I gotta say.
Hey, every mayor has their cause. It just so happens that this became her crusade. I don't know how this gonna fare for her being voted back.
So what do you feel about it? What do the streets say?
I mean, I guess for me overall, if I'm gonna do what I feel is best for me. It's how I'm doing it. So if I'm in a largely, dense place where I don't really know the people, my mask is up. That's just me. So I'm gonna do what I feel is right for me.
And I prefer
Folks
that.
was nasty before this pandemic.
Fact. Fun fact too. Let's talk about it. Honestly, if you want to deal with just the numbers on paper, the flu still has higher death rate
Come on, now.
per year.
Come on.
Per year. So we really, I don't know. That's always been the thing that
That
kind
whole
of
situation before.
Was all of this a setup joke?
I mean, the
All
conspiracy.
of a sudden, everything is just, take your mask off now.
But that's the whole thing.
It was all placebo.
People been having their mask off for a minute. You go outside.
How many
It's an
years niggas
airborne
had-
situation,
How
but
many? We was looking like Optimus Prime. Like how many?
more Starscream depending on your mask.
Which
you know what I'm
version,
saying?
right.
But the whole situation was, it's like,
That's fair.
if it's an airborne situation, once you go outside, you're done.
Yeah, no matter what.
You're done.
Because if it's in the air, that means your eyes are getting it. So our
Let's
eyes are not sealed.
Let's use logic.
Right,
If
it's
you go
not-
outside, you're done. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you do, what your regimen is. Once you go outside, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So now it's certain situations. It's airborne, but it's this. You get a mask, and you have commercially produced masks that's supposed to protect you. What was it, the N9 or whatever? That's supposed to get you proper.
N95,
But even then,
Right.
that whole situation has been contaminated.
What do you mean?
God damn, Ellie. Here come the damn spores.
Cobra all over again.
Exactly.
When
I
this
mean,
is a force,
let's. I like the idea of individual freedom. So provide the information and let us make the choice. I mean, I get
Pretty
government
much.
control, but like I like them out my business. Like I gotta pay you taxes, then go do your job, leave me alone.
right.
So what's the job? Like, what's the situation? Cause like,
They're not giving us the information.
Exactly.
So everyone just needs to make a decision for themselves. That's what
Yeah,
I say.
if you're willing to
Make a
risk
decision
it,
for yourself.
Self-preservation is job one, my G.
right? If you want to go outside without a mask, unvaccinated, and that's your preference, and you know the risk, then take the risk, and that's respectful. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to take the risk and you want to stay home, you want to mask up, you want to get every vaccine every year nonstop, that's also your preference. I don't care either way because people got to do what they got to do based on their understanding of the situation and based on how they want to move. That's the freedom and the consequences is the justice. So it's balanced, and that's our equality. We all got to go through that same shit.
Exactamundo.
So let's get to that point.
You hit all the nails, Andy.
That's it.
That coffin is firmly sealed.
That's it.
Yeah. He came with the Bugs Bunny nails. Right.
Acme sledge.
Right. He came with the Bugs. Right.
One hit.
That's all you need.
What's cooking, Docs?
Birds.
But yeah, so political. I mean, this whole thing been weaponized. That's why Auntie is acting the way she acting.
Weaponized. There you go. That's
the
a key
word.
word.
It's been weaponized.
That's a key word, Starscream.
But I mean, when you think about the idea of weaponizing, right? The way politics is working, and it's been working for as long as most of us remember politics, it's always a weaponization of information. I'm not really concerned about the well-being of citizens. I'm concerned about my party maintaining office and power.
Such a selfish
which
mindset.
is why, as we see in today's current Republican Party, those two congressmen who voted, the two Republican ones who voted to impeach Trump, how they got excommunicated.
Right.
Because that went against the party line.
Right.
That went they had their position stripped from them.
Because you're still an employee.
Because they give you the opinion. They
You're still
give you
an
your
employee.
opinion.
You're still an
So
employee.
you think you're free, but you're not.
No, because it's like
Exactly.
even within politics, you're still an employee.
Absolutely. The
know
whole
what I'm
thing
saying?
is a business.
I'm a congressman. I do this for my people.
You don't serve the people.
No, son, you still an employee.
Right. You serve your
You
party.
still got to fall in line. Now
serve your
you can do certain things, and they might be like, you know what? All right, that's cool. We'll go ahead and pass that bill. Look how long it takes.
Because
Hey, real talk.
Just because the blue party pulled it, the red party got to go against it.
Come on now.
That's the only reason they disagree. Not because
It's the most childish tug of war I've ever seen.
it's gang banging.
Because we grown ass kids.
It's gang
It's the
banging.
most childish tug of war I've ever seen. It's like so okay, you're for this thing, so because you're for it, I have to be against it.
I don't even care what it's for.
Like, I don't
who
even
it
care
helps.
what it's for or who it helps. I just have to be against it because all these other people behind me told me I have to be against
The
it.
whole nature of a filibuster.
Yeah, it's that man.
The whole point of stalling of votes.
Filibuster. That's a very troubling name.
Yeah.
It is. It's
You
fucked up.
filibuster.
There's
Feel
another
a
highlighted
you
word,
feel a bust.
Starscream.
more gas
Your
monster.
vocabulary is impeccable. Filibuster transform.
The language they put out in the universe.
This is what they
You gotta
saying.
think about
We
it,
gotta
like,
pay attention. They
yo,
fucking us either way.
Exactly.
We being fucked.
Absolutely.
So eventually we as a, and when I say we, I mean as a collective of people, we will mature in our understanding of the situation where we realize that we are not actually considered in the decisions that are being made. So we need to start withholding our decisions and keeping them to ourselves. Like, like think about like if you had a fucked up household, fucked up situation. So you had to move out as a kid. When you hit the streets, you got to do what you got to do and you don't go back. and you make the moves that you make. We're not at critical mass because as a collective, we're still afraid to let go of the traditions of this country, and we're afraid to acknowledge that our government is fucked up, and it's not until they use the term drain the swamp, but they fail to realize that they also would go down the drain.
Right. Yep.
That it's not a party that's the bigger issue. Fuck both parties, in my opinion. I mean, you vote for who you vote for if they have things that you value.
They're basically the same type of parties. They just have different
approach.
It's McDonald's and Burger King. It's Popeyes and KFC.
True indeed.
It's Coke and Pepsi.
More so churches and Popeyes.
Churches and Popeyes.
Oh, we back to that.
It's Harold's and Uncle Remus.
There you go.
Ooh.
No, that's good. That's good.
That's good versus.
No, it's Jerkman versus
Right.
Mr. Taco.
There you go.
Take it to the west side right quick.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Choices.
I roll with the taco. I roll with the jerk.
But yeah, you
I
never
rocks with Knicks though.
Yeah.
I rocks with Knicks though. They Euros are on point.
Show me your Euro.
What do you mean?
I see what you did.
I see what he did there.
I see what you did.
I see what he did there.
Name Buster. Height 6'9". Weigh 240 pounds.
Come on.
Yo, he didn't even look like 240 back then.
Because he wasn't.
Yeah.
That was wild.
But now
stuff.
he said that's why he got it now.
After his solo
got his ass
album,
beat.
he
He
blew
said, "All right."
up and then he lost weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then he
Because
got it back.
he was still thin with
Put
disaster
your hands
strikes.
where my eyes can see all them videos.
Yeah, he was still thin. You know what I'm saying? When he was rocking with Man X, the film dude.
Oh yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
Buster just ended up with that beer gut at some point, and then he had to.
That's not a beer gut. That's him trying to eat too much protein to work out.
That's what that was.
That was sadness.
He was trying to look like
'cause
Drake.
He lost, but no, I think he lost some people.
Yeah, and
You know
he
what I'm
was
saying?
going.
And he was going through some things. So
Yeah.
it was that and on.
Because he stopped working out, but he was still eating the
Exactly.
same and drinking and doing everything. And
Exactly.
he had health issues at a certain point because of the spiral path.
Exactly, and that's why he ended up losing weight.
Yeah,
That
then
was
he
the
had to
whole
get it together.
situation. You saw him on the gram getting in the gym and all that.
Yeah. Shout out
He was
Buster.
feeling away.
For sure. Shout out Buster. All right, y'all. It is that time in the show that we take a break, stretch our legs,
Drop.
let J. Dot work his magic.
I'm sorry for the dead air. I'm like, wow.
Nah, this is all good.
Yeah, you all
that's
good. That's what the
what's
show
up.
is. That's what the
music
show is
dropping
Clap
for.
it up. He's involved.
So yo, more Fly Nerd Group after this.
Oh, you didn't like it? I thought you said. What?
Wow. Yo, give it up for J. Dot.
Well, everybody chipped in on the end.
Give it up for J. Dot.
Nigga, do what it do, baby.
And make note that you peeped his skills on the juggle. Like that's he's a full contact DJ.
He's a professional.
Professional. There's no shorts taken back there. One love.
I get busy. That's it.
He gets busy, and more than one time.
Whose song was that? I get busy.
I think I was going through a road. Who say get busy and who say funky? Like, do people say funky like it used to?
Nowadays?
Not I don't think today. Not
Lords of
today.
the
Maybe
Underground has been big on the funky.
Like words that's not used in the modern language anymore.
What was the group with Jamal?
The youngsters.
No, illegal.
Illegal.
They did, I guess, busy with your man's
Sermon didn't do that one?
nah.
Rockwilder?
Eric Sermon did it.
Okay.
That's what I just said.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
By itself,
sermon.
I didn't hear that. My bad.
Sermon.
It's all gravy. But man, we are back from the
We
break.
are back.
I hope y'all enjoyed what y'all heard right there. I sure did.
Yeah.
And man, we just what has everyone been kind of tuning into, watching, reading? What are we doing? What have we been watching?
Let's give it to Chauncy. What's up?
Yeah, Chauncy. Yeah,
All right. So
toss the oop up in there.
where do I begin? First, let's talk about the young Peacemaker right there.
Young Peacemaker.
The young
Season
Peacemaker.
that finale.
Season 1 has been completed, and you know they already got greenlit for season 2.
Yes, it
officially.
Yes, sir.
So you know John Cena has once again amazed folks with what he could do with this character, along with the help of James Gunn. You know,
Yeah.
did
That's a good
the damn
combo.
thing with this character, and you know James Gunn, he seems to work his magic with guys with limited acting experience. You seen what he did with Dave Bautista. Now you see what he's doing
He
with
likes the
John Cena.
wrestlers.
Right. He got love for the wrestlers. So
Right.
what can I say? But overall, the show was pretty cool. It was action-packed. It was downright hilarious. It was like Deadpool times 5 to me. It was between Peacemaker and freaking Vigilante with their answers.
Yeah, Vigilante.
Yo,
Man.
Vigilante.
Vigilante's the G, though.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to
Even when he
cross
hopped
him.
out the window in the hotel, he was like,
Right. And even with some of the other side characters too, like Adebayo, I think her name was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like her, she was dope. My man's Diebeard, as they call him.
Diebeard.
Yeah.
economics.
Yeah. He showed up his skills or whatever.
Yeah, that.
Judo master was tight. So
Hey, for the
What a
moment,
weirdo.
he is a weirdo.
Yeah,
Give
right.
them damn hot chips, but he did his damn thing too. Now,
Yeah.
of course, as we seeing right here, we had the nice little
The
cameo,
cameo.
the
So-
great big cameo. So go ahead, bro.
How you feel about that? Because I feel like we asked that question before. Well, is DC gonna fuck with Gunn?
Yeah, I was curious. Was they gonna really bring him in like that?
Yeah.
I was wondering because it seems like they kept because with the Suicide Squad movie, they was like, we gonna keep y'all right over here, buddy.
Right.
So Peacemaker is a hit.
Bloodshot put down Superman, and they don't want to shoot that.
They don't want to shoot that.
I mean, well, whoever that Superman is, we know it's not Henry.
No, it's not.
So
How? Why not?
that's a good question.
Maybe it's the guy from Lois, Superman and Lois.
Actually, that's who it looks like. That's what I was gonna bring up. It looks like him. If you really look at the framework of his physique,
Right.
it looks more like him. Which is, I don't have a problem with him. I actually like him as Superman. Believe it
I
or
do
not.
too, because Superman Lois is quite dope.
Yeah, he looks like a Superman. I mean, the thing about Cavill is that he was built. When he put that suit on, you was like, oh shit.
No, that costs money. You gotta dress him up and do all that shit. That costs. That's
Yeah.
like 8 hours, 10 hours. You know what I mean?
That you won't have to do with him.
Right. So
You just throw the tights on.
Then you gotta do that just to fly in the scene. So
And what was crazy?
Look, it's practical, but still dope
Yeah.
because actually, what did he say? That Marvel actually
Help.
flipped
Yeah, they the ones
film.
that filmed it.
Yeah, they filmed the Flash scene.
Yeah,
They filmed that
Hey,
scene right
Feige!
there. Yep.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
fam.
filmed that scene.
Hey, I gotta run back over here and shoot another scene for Justice League real quick.
Now you can just do it right here.
Yeah, he did it. He did it on the set.
Just go
That's
ahead.
crazy.
Do it right here on the Guardians of the Galaxy set.
Oh man, we'll dig a little ditch for you.
Right.
Don't let nobody. Yeah, I mean, if that don't tell you where things are headed, if that don't tell you where it's headed,
Wow, that's dope.
because do you think it would go in the opposite direction?
Nah.
Warner
Hey,
Brothers don't do
can
that.
I shoot this Guardians of the Galaxy scene on this Peacemaker set? No.
Absolutely.
You're fired.
Right,
Then come
exactly.
back and finish your movie.
Right.
Then you're fired again.
Right.
Straight snidered his ass.
I forgot. We got season 2 for this guy. All right, we'll bring you back.
Yeah, bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him
Come
back.
on.
But remember, brother,
Right.
WrestleMania's coming.
Right.
Oh my goodness. After this, you're fine.
What you gonna do when the Warner Brothers come for you?
Hey, that sounded so right. That really did.
Hey, Vince McMahon.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
You're fired.
You're fired.
But even though we got a good
Come on
heart
back.
on this
We need your
Peacemaker
praise.
stuff, though,
Yeah,
there's always a little bit of a bogus side.
really.
And I'm gonna have to look towards the camera and say this. You damn Snyderverse stands need to
Now, I
calm
heard
the fuck
about this.
I have. What's
Y'all
happening?
got calm for that.
So
What's
it's the
happening?
content
Crazy
that what
fan demands?
James- Crazy fan
Toxic
demands.
fandom to its fullest, bro.
So what's going on?
So basically, long story short, with this, cameo we checked out or whatever, Aquaman, dropped the F-bomb or whatever. I thought it
Well,
was
the joke
hilarious.
itself was he fucking fish.
Right. And everybody kind of lost their crap. All the Snyderverse stands talking about you disrespected Zack Snyder's version by doing this malarkey to the characters. The characters aren't owned by Zack Snyder, Jeenuhs. They're owned by DC.
So how many pure virgin like creatures out there that still think on this concept level of these
Sadly,
superheroes?
quite a bit.
Because I heard about Batman and they had a no-no about him having sex.
Yeah, they got a
or
big
whatever.
no-no about Batman.
You know what I mean? It's like how deep tied are they with these characters?
But why is it okay for Aquaman to be on this random like wherever the hell he was with them people, and then the women were sniffing his shirt, but it's not okay for a joke about him fucking fish? Like I think the other's worse. Like the shorty sniffing his shirt when he left, like that shit was weird. Like, but y'all.
And then the other one started singing.
Yeah, that shit was weird. Like, how is that? Why is that acceptable? And why is everybody saying Zack Snyder's cold? Like, why would
That's Mojo, baby.
you know? Like, that shit is some other shit. It's like
Fishy.
what? Like, maybe are they? I mean, like, they ain't say what.
Nimbus!
Hey, they didn't say what kind of fish he fucked. He was fucking mermaids. I don't know.
Fight. Fuck.
Well, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
As a Pisces, I feel slightly offended. Like, yo, hey.
I mean, like, you know, like, why you mad about that? Like,
and see, the sad part with
Y'all
that
killing
too
me.
is that when you
Y'all
get to that
killing me.
point of threatening folks, like they're like legit threatening
That's
James
just
Gunn
weird.
and old girl.
they're
play
threatening them.
Yeah, they're threatening James Gunn. They threatening old
heard
girl
that.
play hardcore.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
let's
that.
see them.
Threatening all,
Let's
they
see them
threatening
threatening.
all the cast members. It's like,
Yeah, they threatened
Calm
John
the
Cena.
fuck down.
Let's see that. Let's see that one.
Oh, he'll give you attitude
Yeah,
adjustment real quick.
Let's see that one.
Do the table.
Yo,
basically.
Carnage.
yeah,
Yeah,
don't F with Cena. That
Don't F with none of
don't
them.
F with none of them. Really.
It ain't even that serious.
Don't.
Right.
But I mean, that's
But
the
why
purist
would-
fan, so that's what I mean. So this the cross. So we asked the question: was DC not? DC could have left it alone. They said, "Go ahead, Gunn. You're the creator,
Yeah, go.
and this is what he do at Marvel.
Yeah,
so go
right.
ahead. We need that here,
They
right?
just pulled out Batman and Cyborg. That
Hey,
was it.
Right.
do it
Boom.
your style.
Yeah.
Well, Cyborg fired, and that's just a
Well, that
different
actor was
conversation.
fired, not this character.
They're not gonna use Cyborg ever again, bro.
Just because of that?
That's part of the deletion that's coming up. Batman and Cyborg, we're never gonna see Cyborg ever again, ever,
Why?
unless you film an independent Cyborg.
That's fucked up.
Except the version
You-
that I guess that's on Doom Patrol.
Right.
So I guess that's about it.
Not DCU.
Not
So
in
they're
that.
done with Cyborg
they're
in the
done
DC.
with that. Yeah,
And
That's-
Dummies.
That's Flashpoint. They
dummies.
cutting cords.
Well, that's interesting.
Trimming the fat.
Trimming the fat.
Trimming
He's
the
out
fat.
of there, and
Superman's out
Affleck is at.
Superman out,
Batfleck is out.
and Batfleck.
Cause they're probably gonna do in Batfleck in Flash.
No, they got the Batgirl and all that shit too coming for Batman properties that they're going to push for the DCU. So it's a whole change. However, so that's why you didn't see those particular characters. I thought it would have been kind of weird if Batman showed up. How would
He wouldn't have been able to get there as fast as
Yeah,
him.
he
would
would
have
have
been
ran
in a
up
jet or
late.
something.
So what's happened? What happened?
Right.
What I missed, damn it!
Could have taken the bat plane and descended from the plane. He
That's
does
true,
that.
that's true.
That's a thing he does.
Now, you know it was just pandering, because to be honest with you, that was not a Justice League moment.
That's the whole joke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was just
So
like,
it wasn't
it was a
serious.
gun moment.
It was
That's
a
what I'm
gun
saying, they
moment.
taking it seriously.
So take it as it is. It's
Yeah,
James
just-
Gunn. But how pure are these fans? They like, oh my God, you can't do that with these cars.
Just enjoy the ride.
I got a question. Are DC fans more toxic than Marvel fans?
100%.
Yeah.
So it's like the
Snyderverse
Star
and all
Wars,
that
Star Trek thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
you find most Marvel purists or most like hardcore Marvel dudes to be like flexible. Like they'll acknowledge like, yeah, you making a good point, but I like what I like, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they'll stand by what they like, but they tend to be like, you know, flexible. But once again, the Marvel universe is a more flexible place.
Yeah, clearly they don't have a problem.
But
with it.
I only ask that because that's why these characters can't change, because they're so chained
They're
into
rigid.
these motherfucking characters. It's like the purity of it. So we can't get a rugged or different type of aspect of Superman, and these stories can't be told differently, and these characters can't be presented differently because it's the whole entire image of Superman. It got to be the red, blue, and the yellow, and
Can't
all
change
that.
the colors, you're
Can't
saying.
change the colors and all that. You got to have that cape and all that shit. It's like you can't do anything with it because these purists, god damn, they go crazy. And you going after the creator that just said, "Hey, crack a joke." There's tons of Superman books and
Dude, he shit on Batman in the whole story, in the whole show.
Yeah, so it's like
Nobody said nothing.
the whole Justice League got rounds.
Yeah.
And once again, Batman tends to once again stand alone as his own thing again.
Fuck that shit, Robin.
Again.
We got real shit to do.
Yo, Kosh, you was talking about uniform changes. In the comic book, Iron Man switched his colors.
Yeah, he did.
All the time.
He went from gold to red to silver to red.
Yep.
And then nobody really talked about it. I know I was a fan. I was like, okay, what's the difference?
But it will make sense because he's making different suits,
And he-
so I
yeah.
wouldn't expect every suit to be.
Also, he just, being fashion with it.
Each mock, yeah, remember that's
Yeah,
he's a stylish guy.
each model changes. Just think of it as each car upgrades as the years
And the metals
progress.
serve a different purpose too.
So like when he first came out the cave, he was in the more tin canish looking joint.
The only color.
And that's how it was in the comics. And then he went gold with
clunker.
it, and then he painted gold. And then he was like, this is all still too clunky. So then he was like, let me pare it down. So then that's when you get the classic red and yellow with the,
at first, and I
yeah,
think it was around 85, 86, he switched to like
the silver and red.
Right, the
Right.
silver and red
Yeah.
for a hot second.
He was actually in silver and red for a long time because the silver and red he
yeah.
wore through the Armor Wars until he wore that until he faked his death.
You know what? And I was following, and then after it was like, it's not gold and red. I'm done with you, son. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I mean,
I like gold and red. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean that's the favorite.
Uniform.
Yeah.
color.
I wasn't mad at the silver and red. It was it had its
Pop. Look at
time.
that shit. That shit pop.
It was
Yeah.
sleek,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
The silver and red was kind of sleek. I fuck with it.
I mean,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? It was
I like that
cool.
too. I like it's smooth. It's
Yeah, it had its moment. It
I mean,
had
it's not
its
like
moment.
Spider-Man changing his suit to that ugly white that he just recently had.
Yo, when he went to the
I don't
black
like
in
Spider-
85,
No, that was
86,
gangsta.
I don't
that
like
was
too many
hard.
Spider-Man.
That
suits.
shit was hard.
That was a joint for
Yeah,
sure.
but he changed. Like,
Yeah.
what is the most recent suit that changed he did?
Well, they
The redesign.
well now there's two. There's Pete and there's Ben.
Wait a minute. Oh,
So Ben has a suit. Pete's still wearing the original suit. Ben has the updated suit that has the spider that's sprawled all across the
I
front.
like that.
Okay.
I like that shit.
And the other thing is he made the webbing functional, almost like Falcon now.
wow.
But that's Ben because Ben actually is a corporate Spider-Man for a company.
Oh, that's when you say he lost the rights to Spider-Man.
Yeah. Peter lost the rights.
So he had to go around as friendly neighborhood Peter.
he lost the right to call himself Spider-Man. Legally, he can't call himself Spider-Man.
And to be fair, like the friendly neighborhood Peter is really kind of fucked up.
That's really
You
fucked
get
up.
around.
That's really fucked up.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah,
Why are we like this?
there have been a gajillion Iron Man armors though. I mean, as we've seen here, I mean, there's the Destroyer.
This is obsession.
Armor.
The God
You know?
armor is the one. The God killer.
That's that one.
Oh, that's on right there. Yeah.
Yep, that's that one. That's that one. That's the one when he needs to go toe to toe with Thor and
Or
other
Owen or
things.
whatever,
You
Yeah.
might see superior Iron Man. Hey, so what you feeling about that Doctor Strange trailer?
What I felt-
Spin-off.
Oh.
Spin-off. First.
Wait a minute, what you saying?
Doctor Strange 2 trailer spin-off.
What's the spinoff?
Because it's a
Oh,
spin-off.
I get you now. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Spin-off.
There's a lot of fake shit in there. You know it.
Yeah, at first I got uber excited when I heard Patrick Stewart's voice, but then again, knowing how Marvel is with the trailers, I was like, they pull on strings. They pull on strings. So let me back off the excitement a little bit.
I kind of felt that may have been the only truthful moment.
I think
in
that was-
I think that was
trailer.
true.
I think that was.
I thought that was the only one that I felt like that's a reliable moment.
But you know what the worst part about this is? At this point in time, people are still going to Patrick Stewart and asking, "Are you in the movie?" Like, yeah, they're gonna
And
answer.
they're saying no. Ryan
Right,
Reynolds
it's like,
saying no.
This is so old. Like y'all didn't just get the Andrew Garfield.
So what do
treatment?
you think is the best approach? To just
Not
be like,
even ask. Why waste your time?
Yeah,
you know
I'd
they gonna say no.
Wait till the see the
Yeah.
damn movie.
Like, see, the thing is that these fake ass journalists, because you know how I feel about this bad.
That
journalism,
goes into the other topic we was just on.
They're trying to one up and get hits on their sites and on whatever they're doing.
Right.
So instead of talking about real shit, because there's tons of real shit to talk about, real content, but they want to be on something new, so they gotta go where they think nobody else is going. It's like, you think nobody
But
else figured
they go
out?
as far as like looking
make
up
shit up.
scripts and trying to find like little leaks and
Yeah,
do
well,
it on purpose.
and lie. They basically lie. Let's just keep it 100.
So what about the studio producing trailers then? So this have nothing to do with the fans, or is this a diversion? So
It's
they
brilliant.
Won't talk
It's
to
brilliant.
wall?
It's brilliant. Do you remember in the 80s, you couldn't watch a trailer and know what the movie was about?
That's true.
And I preferred that because I would go into the theater like excited, like, okay, damn. Now I go in the trailer in the movies and I'm like, especially for Warner Brothers, I know the movie if I saw their trailer.
They show the best scenes.
They show the end, they show the climax. They like, no.
Remember when movie trailers sometimes was just like, this summer, you go to hell.
Yeah, right.
Hell Week 2. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to see that, whatever it is.
They give
exactly.
They give you the bare minimum. It's like, okay, it's this. Ooh, I need to go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Right, they didn't
Check
give
this out.
they didn't give you much by way of
Nothing
scenes
at
or
all.
anything at all. I remember some of the trailers for Child's Play.
Yeah.
They did not show Chucky doing
Nah,
a damn
nothing.
thing.
No, they just like it was a dog.
Oh
I'm
my
like, what's going
goodness,
on?
they did not. And then when
It
you
was just a
see
dog
that
sitting
scene,
there.
She picked
So you
that
thought it was just some
motherfucker
other
up.
shit.
Yeah.
Like a
And she know
haunted-
that motherfucker, that battery, and his nigga start moving.
I'm Chucky.
That shit was not
That
no trailer.
No
bro.
trailer,
They
nowhere.
did not show him running and joking and none of that shit, dude.
None of that.
That was real.
That's
That
why-
was the essence of horror. That was a good
You
setup.
withhold it.
That was a very good setup. The whole thing was like, all right. And you're watching it as a viewer, like, when is this motherfucker gonna come alive? Because I know he's,
Yeah, we know it's coming.
Like, we haven't seen it.
Yeah, we just haven't seen it. We just know it's coming. And in none of those trailers, I remember the one where it was just Chucky in the chair. And they were like,
Yeah, it was just
and they were
sitting
like,
there.
Tara has a
And
new
it's just
face.
zooming in. It's
and it's
slowly
just zooming in.
in.
And you just, hi, I'm Chucky.
Wanna play?
In theaters, March 4th.
It made you look at Teddy Ruxpin very differently.
No,
Man.
what was the
You
other
would
one?
roll his eyes?
what
My
was-
buddy.
My buddy.
man.
That's my buddy.
All the time.
Because I was done with that after
My
I was like,
buddy.
nope.
My buddy.
My little cut, man, nope. Wasn't going. Not even.
I actually got a song called My Buddy.
Yeah. And it was because of that. That's
My buddy.
and so when you always talk about me and like
Young
my love
Bucks
for
now.
B movies, that's why I love B movies. Because I
B
was
movies are awesome.
You love who?
B movie.
B movies.
B movies are
Because you
awesome.
see these trailers and then you go to the movie or you go see it not knowing that it's gonna be campy or whatever, and it's like you don't know what to expect, and then it's like it hits you, be like, oh shit, I like this. You have to go in it with honesty, and it's like it's real. Like some Sharknado movies. Them shits is fucking hilarious.
And that's the thing.
I do
with
enjoy
B
the
movies.
first
B
Sharknado.
movies are more hilarious than they are.
Because they don't,
scary.
they're James
You don't
Gunn.
take them serious.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah,
take
you don't
themselves
take 'em
seriously.
serious.
They're Deadpool.
I
like
mean, you
those-
just look at it as a filming aspect.
I mean, look, they
It's
showing us
something
they
shot.
showing us things that we like. I would not.
No, I don't like the trailer.
Don't show me this part.
I have not seen the Jurassic Park shit. I don't want to see it,
like.
and I've avoided it
That
successfully.
was
Like,
a
to
little
me-
bit too much.
To me, the raptor jumping on the bike, that's dope. But I'd rather have just seen that as
Yeah.
part of the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
All
Sean.
this shit.
Hey,
Look at
Sean
this
Rocker,
shit.
you're giving spoilers to me. I didn't want to see that
God damn.
trailer.
Yeah, I'm showing.
Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like,
So what's up with the, all right, so all these movies, so Jurassic coming, and then Transformers got Beast Wars. What's up with Beast Wars? We gonna see some.
I heard that was getting pushed back though.
I heard they don't do it. At least I'm putting that in the
You
Infinite
heard
Universe.
I heard they don't do it. I heard they don't do it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you feel me? You feel me? Like, no. Don't do it.
If
Let
you
that-
was to get anything about that Beast Wars movie or Rise of Beast, whatever the hell it's supposed
It's-
to be called, it ain't gonna pop up till like later on this year because you know it's coming out for next year. That's why they pushed it back.
So what you feel about it? You think this is the next move? Because this is the next trilogy. This is the
Is this
next
the one?
way.
So we gonna get like Gorilla Prime?
Is
We
is
get
it still?
Optimus
Optimus
Primus?
Prime.
Is it
Optimus
is it
Primus?
still Michael? I like to hit the red button, see explosions, Bay. Is it still him?
Executive?
I think he's executive. I think he's behind the scenes.
Is it the okay? Is it the Bumblebee guy doing it?
Yes.
Now, if it's
It's,
the
I think it's a
Bumblebee
part of
cat,
that universe.
I might
At least that's
rock
the
it.
last
But is
thing
it
they
is
said.
it that director and writer?
I
If
don't-
it's the Bumblebee director and writer, I'm gonna give it an honest shot.
Right.
Because Bumblebee was
Travis Knight
semi
did
enjoyable.
good.
I agree.
It was the
I
same
agree.
shit to me. It was a Transformer
But
with a
I
little
mean,
kid.
it was human based though.
Too
Like,
much.
It was
I
too
don't want that.
human based.
You add in Transformers and now the Beast. Is this going to be a reenactment of the Dinobots what Michael Bay did?
No,
where they
it
would
can't be
just
with humans if it's
jump
in the
work?
past.
It was short work.
I hope not. I hope this is like
Prehistoric.
I really hope it's like the
When
right.
they first come to Earth.
They when it like how it was in the show. They crash in prehistoric times. They have to take the animal shapes, or
Because that's all they
you know. Wow.
So no humans got in the scene. Oh my gosh! Here come Optimus Primal, duck.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't
Nah, I
like
hope
the
not.
movie.
I hope not.
That
Hey,
begin-
random girl, I love you.
the beginning scene was the best part of that movie, and I never watched
That's the
it
worst
after
GoBot ever.
that. I heard they doing GoBot movie.
I hope to God not.
Why
I
not?
don't want no damn GoBot.
You don't like
Why
either one?
not?
Psykill?
What's wrong with Turbo? What you
Turbo,
do to you?
right.
He red, the family.
He red.
Turbo.
He red.
That was Hot Rod before Hot Rod.
Yeah, man. Scooter. What Scooter do to you? You don't want to see little Scooter?
Hey, you make
Little Scooter. Little Scooter. You know little Scooter.
I ain't got nothing
No,
against
Six
Lil
Star
Scooter.
Housey, man. You
I
don't
ain't
know.
got nothing.
Come on,
But
man.
hold on, so GoBots to Transformers the way the real Ghostbusters was to Funimation's Ghostbusters. Remember with the gorilla?
No, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
All that Primeval. The Ghost Gummer. You know what I'm saying? The weapons, like the car that could.
Well, shit.
Yeah, the real Ghostbusters had to fix their name because of that.
Right.
Even though the Ghostbusters, there was a movie called Ghostbusters with Don Knotts and what's that to do? Riddles?
Don
Don
Rickles.
Riddles.
Hey,
Yeah, as
hey,
Ghostbusters.
Don Rickles is a dirty old man, dude. That's a dirty old dude. Don't let Good Morning America fool you.
Right.
Don Rickles dirty as hell.
Look at the name, Don Wrinkles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more like his scene in Casino than he is.
Fact.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
That's
more
so
like that guy.
I remember he was in the little vampire joint called Innocent Blood. It was like him, old boy Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia.
Wait, what was it called?
It was called Innocent Blood. It was released in like early 90s.
Okay.
It was basically a female vampire. She was basically trying to get back at, whoever killed like the last of her breed. And she came across.
And she had red eyes, right? I think
Yeah,
I saw.
she had
Yeah,
red
I
eyes.
remember that now.
See,
And
sounds
she
like a
was,
B movie.
Yeah,
off and on in
definitely.
love with a cop, and they was dealing with the mob, and that's how you came across with Robert Loggia and Don Rickles and them. It was crazy.
Hey, speaking of which, when y'all talking about that horror, y'all two watched the horror movie.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir. I
I
did.
watched it this afternoon, unfortunately.
Yes, sir. I
Oh, what y'all see?
What are we talking about?
did. Okay. Well,
This gonna prove my point, MB Warhol. Once and for all, Starscream. How many times I gotta shoot you in the fucking wing? Get the damn point.
Yeah, man. Apparently, it's fucked up.
yeah. So
Soundwave isn't that stubborn.
the first 30 minutes was real solid.
Of what though?
Of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like a direct
Now,
sequel.
where can see?
It's on
I thought it was
Netflix.
in theaters.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's,
me too.
it's on Netflix.
This on
A
Netflix.
Netflix
Yeah,
original.
it's a Netflix original. They teamed up with Tobe Hooper, so he bringing his vision back from 1979. They cutting out the middles.
So they get rid of all the other
it's the
movies.
same
They
dude who
retconned
did
everything.
the
Yeah, it's the same dude who did the
movies.
first one. Yeah, who did all of them. It's the same dude.
All right,
So what was the
happened?
yeah?
And so it sets a good premise. It's like he's been in the house with his mama, and he's just isolated there. And then some young cats with some money, they buy up the town. They because the town is like a ghost town.
So it takes place in the past,
No, it takes place
No,
like today,
Place current time.
current time.
but it's a sequel from the one from back then.
Yeah,
And he been living all this time just.
just in the house,
Yep.
Okay.
just in the house, just chilling.
Another one that they ain't explain how he eating or nothing. Like,
Well, no, he's there. His mama feeds him.
so she's still alive too?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Okay.
So it was one big happy family.
No, it's just those two. And
cutting steaks.
and some people buy up the town. They don't actually buy up her house like they claim they did. The guy was lying, didn't have a deed to her house. She dies, in the process of all like the police removing her from the house, she dies like, and so of course.
How old is she in this movie?
She's like ancient, like so she's ancient and sick, so
Okay, I feel better.
So yeah, she's ancient and sick. So they take her and him in the back of the police car, trying to save her life. Leatherface, because he's not Leatherface.
I don't understand this.
They arrested Leatherface?
Yeah.
And he rolling with it like cops?
No, they didn't arrest him.
No.
He was with his mother was dying.
Because they don't know who he is.
They don't know who he is. No, he's not masked up.
He's not masked up.
He's not masked up. He's not masked up. Nah.
Yeah, he got the apron on and all.
Yeah.
Nah, he was.
So what's this? His regular life?
Yeah, he was just living it. Yeah, he was just living that. He wasn't bothering nobody. Well, there was nobody to bother. The town was literally just really the sheriffs and like four other people.
But I thought that's what he do.
He does when prompted, but whatever.
Right. So I guess we get into the prompt.
Yeah, we get into the prompt. So mom dies, and that sets him off. That sets him off. So
she died. Was she murdered?
Nah, because
police brutality.
When the young entrepreneurs come to claim her house.
Go ahead.
When the young entrepreneurs come to claim the house, she's like, no, this is my house. You don't have a right to be in here. She's just like, leave us alone. Like we not bothering y'all. Leave us be. The guy was lying. He did not have the deed to her house, so she has like a heart attack, trying to I'm trying to protect her house.
Right.
And so he gets the police like, hey, this woman is dying, and and it's like all these questions about the deed. They take the woman and Leatherface, whatever his name is.
Can he talk?
He can if he wants to. Like, he just chooses not to, from what I understand.
Is his name Lesnar?
I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Lesnar.
But pretty much, she dies in the back of the thing. He gets upset, takes the guard's arm, breaks it. Now here, these first few kills real dope. Takes the guard's arm, breaks it to where the bone is out.
Bro.
Like he turns his arm.
Whole hand off.
Yeah, he broke his whole hand. Like
Bone
was sticking out.
Dude was like,
Wait a minute.
And then he took his arm and stabbed him in the neck with it.
right.
So this is a guy who supposedly for the last 30-some years ain't done shit.
Well, he been eating. He's healthy sized.
So he could break arms and use muscle traction.
Like he
had the bone sticking out and just shanked
See,
him
but
right in the neck.
see now he's supernatural.
Right.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Here's the thing with
like unless
Leatherface.
you're The Rock,
But see, here's the thing with
what John
Leatherface.
Cena.
I mean, he does eat pure protein.
Right.
Nah, they really even said for 30-some years.
Oh, I'm just saying we don't know what. I'm saying he's been in there. We don't know what he's been doing. They don't tell us what he's been doing
So
for the
it looked
last
like
few
he was
years.
killing a little kid on that bus.
Yeah.
Because now there's a people in the town.
Oh yeah, he murked.
Oh, a bus of people coming
bus of
to
people.
town. And
Yeah.
Here we go.
Like they gon'
But his, like I said, his first 4 kills was like dope shit. It was like really dope shit. There's like in the same scene where he kills the guy.
I would have killed. Oh my God, that's actually a dope scene.
Yeah, the way that was back.
Yeah, if I was him, I would have destroyed everybody. Yeah, everyone with the phone up. Yeah, it would have been a slaughterhouse scene. Do they extend that scene?
That's a whole no
in the house.
I do want to see that. I want to see him clean that bus up.
You love blood.
But it's I like the first.
He the sloppiest. Like that.
Yeah, dude. What
He gets no fuck.
You wait till you see what he does to this guy's leg with a sledgehammer.
Okay, stop. Yeah, see that sounds like.
He was surgical with that sledgehammer.
Porn.
Surgical with the sledgehammer. Oh,
So he was like Misery.
and he uses the glass from the crashed.
Wait, you giving away too much.
What?
You telling too much about the kills.
Oh.
Like, yeah, don't tell the details of every kill. No. You can tell a story, but like, just in case.
So is this? So you watching it for the violent kills, or you watching it for story?
I was watching to see
I'm
what
watching
was
for
going.
the kills. To be honest with
You was watching for what?
I'm watching for the kills. Because here's my thing with Leatherface. This ain't nothing but a big old hulking, feral, cornbread-fed, cannibalistic mofo.
Right, that's what I
And
Okay.
that's what he is to me. He's not like all mysterious like Michael Myers, because you don't know if he's just unbelievably superhuman
No,
or
we know what he
he's
is
like
now.
supernatural beyond belief. He's not like Jason or Freddy, who's pretty much
Also
almost of the same
supernatural.
nature.
I think they just
Like-
gave Michael Myers that license though,
They did. He borrowed that.
because I
that's not
kind of
his.
liked he was just
He was just a swift stalker.
yeah, it's just
He was just a Pied Piper.
Because Squires kept like also with Texas Chainsaw Massacre also, other than the very original that came out in like what 74 or whatever like that.
Yeah.
The only other one that was good to me was like the 03 one that Michael Bay
The
produced.
redoing.
The one
Michael
with Jessica.
Bay?
The one with Jessica Biel, yeah.
Michael Bay made
He produced
He
it. He didn't
produced
direct
it.
though.
He
So it was
produced.
slow motion explosions.
No, none of that. It was actually. It was just a straight. It was just a straight remake.
Yeah.
It was like it was
That
almost
was, like,
shot for
the
shot.
that was the only good remake.
Yeah.
Because every other one they tried
Trash.
to reboot it and
Yeah, they did the
Requel-
beginning and all
requel it
that
up.
stuff. It was all garbage.
it was just
So
Yeah.
did you guys actually like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
The first one I do.
Really?
yeah. I give it his
What did you like
props.
about it?
It was just raw. It was just real raw. That it pulled no punches.
Okay.
It slotted right after Halloween as far as slashers go.
Okay.
So it's that early Leatherface. Predates both Jason and Freddy.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, it goes Leatherface and then the slasher genre really takes hold.
Because the slasher genre is not horror, really. It's just slasher.
What do
It's
you
a
mean?
subgenre.
Now,
I
come
don't-
on,
it
dude.
don't seem
you
like
can't be dividing all this
No, because
shit
like
up, dude.
no, for real. Look, think about it. Is Silence of
always
the
making shit
Lambs
up, man.
horror? Is Seven
No,
horror?
that's a thriller though.
Right, that's what I'm
You
saying.
said
And those
that
are
was a
about
horror
killers.
thriller.
Wait, which one?
But we talking about slash, so why
I don't know if that
slasher
original.
different than horror?
I don't know
so
if that first one was
vampires
considered a
is
horror.
horror and this shit isn't.
No, I'm talking about the first movie because I don't think it played out like a horror.
Why?
You don't think the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre
It didn't
played
play out
horror?
like a horror to me.
What's the definition of horror? And it seems like
Like-
it has subgenres to horror.
Right.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
but it
saying?
didn't. It wasn't presented like someone trying to scare you with just stuff happening as much as just showing you a guy going crazy.
But see, the thing about it is with this, especially back in the time frame they came out of, it's considered horror because
What do you
nobody
think
ever
it
seen
is?
anything like this before.
Yeah.
Like you would never think, especially in that
It's
time
dark
frame
as
coming
fuck
up.
at the same
Right.
time, bro.
You would never think of
Look
that.
at this shit. Oh yeah, that's
It's kinda like
oh
almost
my
the
god.
same
Well, we
vibe
need
that
to
people
get him
got
some
when
counseling.
Exorcist came out in 79.
Oh my
but-
goodness.
When Jaws
But
came
I
out
need
in
some
79.
help.
Art imitates life. So if
Right.
people get into this dark place, these type of things happen because it's been documented and it's on the news or just period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is art imitating life. So this is actually horror if you look at it in the real time
Exactly.
situation.
Because of the murder.
Well, I put it to you like this.
the
man.
actual-
so that
murder-
means like
I think it's subjective, man.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Well,
I'm looking at the
subjective-
creative side. If you filming this, you know,
It's subjective based
you
off
just got
what
dude
the-
chasing
the-
people and with a chainsaw. And you
That's
making
scary as fuck
horror.
to me.
That's kind of horror, dude. You ain't
I-
trying to drive no other point here.
This is
I don't
a
know what else
particular.
going
like I'm just
on.
wondering if are
This
serial
is a
killers considered
particular
horror?
art where it's subjective.
I would say yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the actual
Depends on how you
factual-
shoot it.
There-
But
okay,
boom,
that's what it is.
boom.
It's the way you shoot.
But
I
the
think-
actual
I think
factual that
that's-
these type of
that's
things,
I think that's the root.
the actual factual that these things can happen and they
Right.
have happened is the actual horror.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
as opposed to it
It's
being
the
something
truth.
horror-
It's the
Exactly.
reality.
Okay.
Exactly.
It's the connection, just like anything else. You like gangster
True
rap because
indeed.
your brother gangster. Well, you like this because you know this shit could actually happen.
Right.
That's what makes it scary. Drive your ass on like some Nevada or some shit by yourself. You know what I mean? See what happened to you, black ass.
Sundown town.
Pious.
Now that's
But yeah, I
Look at that shit. That shit crazy. I mean,
I would
that's
be
not-
terrified. I would be
What is
absolutely
this?
terrified.
It looked like some Deadpool shit. It looked just like a crazy motherfucker. Like that's not like it's not like he's.
It's not
To
the-
me, the focus
And
is.
that's why I say it depends how you shoot it. Deadpool is lit. Colors popping, red, black, colorful, smile. He look like he's
Sarcasm,
smiling
satire.
In the
the
mask,
suits.
yeah.
It's CGI.
But you do
There's
have
a lot
horrors
of
that have that in it,
detail.
too.
That was dark. That was gritty. That was dirty. Everyone on that set was dusty and dirty. There was no cleanup effect on that
Word
shit.
on the
That
street.
shit was shot to be dark, fam.
And word on the street is,
Texture.
after that was filmed,
Which they
old
don't
girl-
use in horror anymore. That's what I'm saying. That whole grit is gone.
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate shit like that. If
Good.
it's horror, if it's not scary, it's
It was
where you
nasty
gonna
in
put
the
this?
70s,
This
70s,
shit's
early
grimy as
80s,
fuck.
it was grimy.
This the shit
Yeah.
that's missing in horror to me because this some real gritty fucking shit.
But then they said it wasn't
Dress
good
up the
too,
same.
though.
So
Again,
Nah,
to my
but-
point, art.
it's a
Takes life.
it's a cult.
saying?
You just was talking about B movies, correct?
Yeah.
True indeed.
So what is this?
I don't know. I haven't. Well, this movie I have not seen, but
Well, I mean, just
when I
the
watched the original,
franchise.
I considered the original a B movie.
You're right.
He looked like he had a dirty Ronald McDonald mask on. Like I wasn't scared of that shit.
You may
No,
not
but
have
I
been.
mean, but I mean, the
intention.
reason why I wasn't scared of it was because it didn't again, the way it presented itself was more like, so like it wasn't like he wasn't doing things that were like trying to just like what they call like the gore, the shock and gore, which was
So the jump scares and all that.
like it was more like blood to me, just showing blood for blood's sake. Like you can like Die Hard was bloody, like you can, and that shit was scary.
But
like when he's
it's
running on glass.
different, though. It's
that
not
shit's
women
scary.
tied up
No,
screaming.
I get that. I'm just saying like, but Silence
In
of the
the-
Lambs is not considered
In
a
the
horror.
very first Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Silence
the very,
of the Lamb wasn't bloody and gory either.
but it was still there was
It was still
creepy.
killing in it, but it was
was
more
brilliant
psychological.
horror.
That's what I'm wondering why, like where's that line between like if you're a slasher and you're a slasher, but one slasher is not considered horror, the other one is.
There's no thought process in slashing. You just kill to kill.
You just kill to kill.
Is American Psycho horror?
I don't
American
That's
Psycho's
satire.
a thriller.
That's
know.
thriller
That's what I'm saying.
satire.
That's why I don't
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
why.
That's
thriller
That's what I'm
satire.
saying. Like it's
Because
hard
I
to-
was a dude on top making all types of money feel the way to kill people. And he does it in such a manner where he plays like the 80th of 80th.
Oh, because so the
You know
subject is what
I'm
makes it
saying?
different.
And then he
And
uses
how was
like
it shot and
appliances
the
to kill
intention?
Yep.
And he faced
That's sophisticated way of doing it.
people. True indeed.
yeah
That was gritty.
that very
Know the difference, bro.
the very first Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a
right.
dirty film.
I'm just looking for the definition.
Was a dirt. I don't
That
think
was
I don't.
hard, yeah.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can nail it with a because it's
No pun intended.
It's
what I-
subjective. It's subjective.
And what I'm trying to, and so what I'm trying to get at is that like, cause this is horror. It was gritty. It had the blood and it had the kills, but you didn't like it.
When now with the new one, I didn't like it because it takes a silly ass turn. Which if you watch it, you'll see it takes a
Very silly.
a silly ass turn that was like, why did y'all fuck this movie like this? Like, cause y'all had
He
it.
started dancing.
I'm like, damn. He went to McDonald's and he saw the Ronald and he was like, wait a minute.
Oh shit.
I'm in the wrong business.
Oh shit.
Basically, this new Texas Chainsaw is nothing but when gentrification goes wrong and you get Zeleny.
Or when it goes right.
That's what
Yeah,
this
that's
is.
the message. Is this
So it
know?
wasn't really about.
It's woke.
Huh? It's pretty much like don't
So that's
trample over
satire
shit.
again, then
Yeah.
too, right? So
Don't
it's satire
trample over
horror.
Yeah, it had a little message to it.
Basically, they say don't trample over tradition.
Yeah, don't trample over tradition.
But they trampled over tradition with
But they
it.
still trample over tradition.
And what was messed up, even the sheriffs was like, hey, we got some nice homegrown people around here. I want y'all to respect this.
Okay.
And the kid was like, yeah, sure. And they was like, anyway.
Yeah, they kind of they did. It was a movie. A lot of entitled zillennials got murdered.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to
No,
get to the
nobody
plot.
over the age of 25 got killed. No, well, one guy.
Yeah.
So it was a bunch of young people getting messed up. But yeah, it just takes a silly ass turn, man. Like you.
Like as in like Halloween kills.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I got
Invoke similar feels towards the end
Okay.
of Halloween Kills.
Which
So
is
now
why
I see what's
agree with
going
Brother
on.
Cochise and Brother Kaz G when they say modern horror ain't fitting.
That's what I want to. That's what I'm trying to get to is why is this horror failing? Because if it's like what is missing?
Because they're going to the well too many times on trying to just revamp and reboot all this original stuff that we grew up with over time.
So the Hollywood problem.
Yeah, it's a Hollywood problem. Even though this new Scream that supposedly did so well and they in greenlit Part 6, it's like,
Why do we have to go
need
back to
another
Scream?
Right.
Right.
If
Right.
We gonna
need
get
to
Final
release-
Because it
Destination
did
again.
well. Because it did well. Get well.
Did the Scream series end well? Like, did people continue to watch that to the last one?
Yeah,
Really?
it kept a strong following. Like the Scream films have a
I
strong
don't
following.
think I've ever watched them all.
And you know what? I have no issue with the Scream movies. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, overall, I was like, they're past. Like, I give them I'm like,
Did you like the
they're
new
not
one?
great, but it's like I could watch it. I haven't seen the new one yet.
latest one yet.
I haven't seen the
That's
latest
only
one yet.
thing. But like the other ones, I really don't have too much big issue with.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same trope in each one, so it's like, all right, it's gonna be two people. Which two people is it? That's like,
Right.
I mean, that's all it is. And who's gonna get stabbed up, and what horror movie question is he gonna ask? It's the,
So you know the horror formula. That's the formula.
that's the formula.
expectations. Where can you step this higher and beyond to make? So make like
You
he
have-
don't even know what horror is.
No,
He's
but
trying to
but
figure it out.
see what I'm saying
Like,
is that
where's-
with the
where's-
real horror. Yeah.
I think when it comes to films, you have to land somewhere between Midsommar and Halloween.
Oh wow.
You have to somehow blend. You have to start blending both the psychological with the touch of the supernatural with the guts.
Right.
You have to weave them all together.
So you want supernatural in it to make it really take it there.
I think
Do every
Take it to
being
another
have to
avenue,
be
basically.
supernatural?
no, every being does not have to be
Like
supernatural.
every threat, because
No.
I kind of like the human. Like,
And then that's when you pull the supernatural part out. But when you have the human, don't make the crazy to the supernatural point. You know what
Okay,
I'm
so
saying?
now give me an example of a movie that fits that category, like what you just described that's been out, like an old horror that's good.
An old horror that's good.
That fits that with like how you said the touch of this, and this.
Psycho, Norman Bates.
What we say again?
He said Psycho, Norman.
Bates.
The first Friday.
Well, there was no supernatural. In
the
that.
first Friday the 13th.
But he was saying that
The first Friday the 13th.
Right.
the first Friday.
The first there's no
Oh.
there is no supernatural
That's
in the
true.
first one.
That's true.
It's just the mom.
That's
But
right.
no one knew that it was the mom. That reveal was major.
Which is what
Oh,
makes
yeah.
Scream good to me. Like after you do that, you can't keep going because that was the whole point of that.
Scream is not supernatural.
No,
yeah, Scream was not supernatural.
Oh,
it
another
became
one.
a
Sleepaway Camp.
sleepaway camp. Yeah, the first sleepaway camp.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
That has supernatural in it.
it didn't have
wasn't
supernatural,
already.
but it was psychological with
What I was
with
asking was the formula you just gave.
with a touch of the supernatural.
Like, is that a thing that already exists? Is that something you saying needs to happen?
I think that needs to happen where it's just a touch where it's not like full on. It's like, did that happen? Was it something there? Wasn't it? Because you can then really still play up the crazy human factor. Because sometimes people present crazy to a super. They sell to sell the thing. So I'm
Just
just
that return. It's the return. Like
Yeah.
you kill it off. I think the whole supernatural is a crutch. It's like, ah ha ha. You
Like
can't kill
Conjuring
him.
was doing, right?
Like, I'm back again to scare y'all.
But-
Ooh.
Conjuring went to the possession well too many times.
Yeah, they kept
Yeah.
and they went too far.
They kept going to the possession well. What was funny is that room for the artifacts.
That was brilliant.
Where's those stories? Where's that suit of armor? Where the fuck you get that samurai suit from? What's that story?
Right.
What are those like to me?
Every story they did was from in that room.
I know every story they did was from in that room, but like that
You wanted to see that.
that collection, that's your franchise.
Basically.
That's your franchise right there.
That's what they
And
did.
basically, that could. But see what Coach is saying though.
They went to the
If they
possession well though.
Right.
Kept going.
They-
All of those
went through-
things in there are possessed. That's the whole story.
But
All of it. Like
Every single item in there is a possessed item.
once
That's
again,
the
that's
story.
still going to the possession well
They
because
going to
you know
certain
who pulled
aspects, though.
right because you know who pulled off cursed objects really well, and it was a B-rated TV series, Friday the 13th, the series.
I was
that's
just about to
true.
say.
And not every item in there possessed you. It was just always there was always a cost for it,
Like
but it
the
was
Maltese monkey.
yeah
Right. It was
the
like
monkey's
a
paw.
Monkey paw.
Right.
Yeah, the monkey's paw. But for some of them, it wasn't. For some of them, it was just like they made you they brought your dreams true,
Right.
and that was it.
Right.
That was like so, they came for some of them people.
It
They
was
was,
some easy episodes, right?
they came for some of them people. They was like, yo, we need them shoes. They was like, no, you can't have my shoes.
Right. Exactly.
I'm boxing champ forever. You can't have my shoes.
So horror is not good anymore. Is there a way? Is there no horror that's good?
All right, I got a question.
There are some.
I got a
There are
question.
some.
So, what do you feel about Jordan Peele? Y'all see the Nope, Nope.
The no trail.
I liked Get Out.
Same. I give him Get Out.
Us, I just didn't like where it ended.
I agree with that.
I think he didn't know how to close that one out, and he
with
probably shouldn't have. He should have left us not knowing what the end result was.
I think he relied more on message than horror as well. I know you got to tell your stories and shit, and I'm never telling you how to tell your story, but I think it take away a lot from the aspect. Like, I think Get Out was dope. It was a dope concept. I think, he been writing that for years, but Jordan Peele was always a hit and miss dude for me. I never liked the comedy shows. It wasn't hilarious to me and shit. His stand-up wasn't, whatever comedy stuff, it wasn't hitting with me anyway.
Okay.
So Get Out was dope. I give him that. But Us, I thought it was just scatterbrain, bro. Yeah. Like, it was scatterbrain. Like, what is this?
I'll say, like, with this, to me, especially looking at this, I'm getting like, this is Jordan Peele's.
I think he get props for what? For a fluke.
I was going to say, like, with this, seeing this, especially seeing this trailer, I get vibes of this is Jordan Peele's rendition of Signs. Okay. When M. Night Shyamalan came out, he had kind of a similar energy. First he did, Sixth Sense. Then
which was brilliant.
Then he did a 180 with Unbreakable. And then when he came back to his Signs, it was like, okay, he hitting. But then after that, that's when he started going downhill with all this.
With the Village.
The Village was terrible.
Village, Lady in the Lake.
Yeah, that shit was all garbage.
And like the only thing that was good that he came back on was it was like a found footage one that involved a grandmother. I think it was called The Visit.
He did that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, The Visit. Yeah, The Visit was good. And
that was him.
I liked Old. I liked Old.
Yep, that was him.
I saw Old. I liked Old.
Old is the one with the reverse,
Is that the movie
right?
with the reverse?
Yeah, Old is the one where you sped up. You age
on
fast
the island,
right? You're on that island and
so
you
that was
age
good.
fast. Yeah, I liked it.
I'll watch
that too. Yeah, it was it was interesting. It was interesting, and I felt he didn't try to sell the twist as hard. His classic twist. With Old, it was kind of like there wasn't really a twist. It was like it's that and that, and I'm gonna show you this now. And I was like, well, thank you, dude. Thank you for not sending me around the block this time, because the Village and Lady in the Lake was garbola.
And I think that's also the problem is that he got labeled as this horror guy, but I don't think that's what he was.
And that's what I'm saying. So these guys supposed to get these labels? Do Jordan Peele supposed to be like when Us came out? Oh, this is the best horror ever in America. It was like, yo, this media push why they put him in the slot knowing they ain't it? Because did y'all like his Twilight Zone?
Well, he didn't actually write those.
He didn't direct. He just hosted.
He just hosted.
He hosted and produced.
He just hosted.
Yeah, he didn't.
He was host and produce.
Well, wasn't hot. Thank God. So.
Yeah, because I thought some.
That's still what we're talking about, because the way I think the reason why horror is not good right now is because they're not focused on what horror actually is for me. Horror is not what you see. If I see you just a slasher running around, okay, fucking grab a gun. That ain't
what if he's supernatural?
Then it's a rehash trope that's been done enough. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
what was that?
I mean, how many times we gonna do that? We've done that to death. You know what I'm saying? We need to let go of what's already been done and start stepping into some new territories. Because in order to scare you, it's got to be something that's unknown. If I know what the fuck the movie about, how am I supposed to be scared just because? Oh, I see a new slasher movie. He's doing the same thing the other slasher did. Ooh, that's scary. Nah.
And I mean, to your point, cuz, it's like if there's somebody with a knife slashing everybody, I got a biscuit. Boom.
It's 2022.
You know what I'm saying? At least I can put a couple slugs in you and give myself some leverage to get a back.
You gotta be stupid for these
movies to work.
What
if he could run very fast?
Well, we see Michael Myers
teleport
runs mad slow. You know what I'm saying? And still catch up on you.
Bro.
You do relay races and somebody right around the corner.
He will stand there while you run away. He's just standing there, and then he'll be around the corner.
Right.
No, he did not even move.
I'm like, son, I sprinted 3 blocks.
And you just right here.
What are you talking about?
You just right here.
Or you do the scream effect when it's 2.
See, that's what I'm saying. And that's once they did that once, now let's move on. Because it's not scary no more.
Right.
you're not scaring me with the same
But it's
shit.
like what he said. It's the whole guessing. Oh, I guess who? Let me guess which two it is. It's
Yeah,
the
that's
Yeah,
Murder-
it becomes Scooby Doo. Yeah, pull up.
that's Clue. Murder on the Orient Express. That shit ain't scary.
It's Old Man
So,
Johnson.
for them to go, so to me, horror has to go back to the Alfred Hitchcock days. Pretend like you don't have a budget for your
Bird?
special effects.
Okay.
Now,
All
if
right.
you don't have
Now
a
let's
budget for
fuck with
special
that.
effects, what
That's
you
some
got-
practical there.
Now you gotta write
Now
some
you-
shit.
Now you
gotta
fucking some shit.
compel me with characterization
Yeah.
and with drama from their behavior
Yeah.
and with atmosphere.
You know what captures that? There's a movie called Pontypool.
That just sound weird.
It's seriously. It's a movie called Pontypool. It's about a plague spread through language, and the only person right now being safe from it is a DJ in a booth. A talk DJ in a booth. He's the only, and you have to figure out also when it starts to take effect what word triggered it, because The Cure was also in language.
Right.
So what is it again?
When
It's
did
called
it come out?
It's called Pontypool. It came out like maybe 2007.
And you say it's a virus based off language?
Yep,
It's a foreign film?
No,
No, it was made in Canada.
It was made in
That's
Canada.
foreign.
It's
So
but
what does this virus do to you?
it drive you start coughing up black blood and start having violent
Black
outbursts.
blood.
Yeah.
Like
And violent outbursts?
Almost like 28 days.
yeah, you start acting like one of the people from
Oh,
28
that
days
sounds like
later.
sleeper
Oh,
agent.
wow.
Like this shit, like
So
some shit in TV.
a voice, a word, some
A word.
language triggered
It's
Agent Orange type.
it's in all languages,
Yeah.
like because it was spreading around the
So it
world.
don't matter what language you say that word.
Order 66.
It was about as if you said whatever word it is that starts to take you into that place of madness. You don't know what it is, so then you have to say other words to get grounded. Like I believe, for example, one woman was like,
Cheese.
my husband.
Mo Larry cheese.
No, she was like,
Mo
my
Larry-
husband,
My goodness.
my family. Like
she's
she's
go crazy over this.
Right.
she focused on the on shit that brought her kept her
Niagara
grounded.
Falls.
But it had that atmosphere because it wasn't a lot shown. It was two locations, a car and the DJ booth.
Yeah.
Wow.
How long is this movie?
About 70 minutes,
Yeah,
80 minutes.
80 minutes.
Yeah.
That's gonna change
that's-
my whole
And then
dynamic.
the guy stays on the air to try and talk people through it. He was like, he's like,
But he started. Did he start the virus?
no, he didn't start the virus.
He's probably saying the words.
He didn't start the virus.
How do you know?
You don't, but he felt like if there's anybody else out there that can hear me, I have to stay on the air.
Did he say warriors?
No,
He wasn't talking about warriors.
no.
So it's like Niagara Falls.
What do you mean?
Niagara Falls. Slowly I turn, step by. You don't remember Niagara Falls, the comedy joke? Okay, never mind. Y'all all miss that? After this, I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all remember?
Yeah, educate me, sir.
Yeah. I'll show
Is
y'all
this that old Def Comedy Jam stuff?
No, this is that. This is back during the Three Stooges era.
It's
Ah.
vaudeville.
And then whenever you say that, the person go off and want to fight.
It's Three Stooges?
Type shit, yeah. It was either Three Stooges or it was Laurel and Harley, one of them.
Curly used to go crazy over cheese.
He was another one, yep. That was the same element. That's dope. See, I think and I don't think the people who are writing horror are necessarily understanding. They're just doing budget. Oh, I got a budget? Let me just show you a
So
bunch
they
of shit.
focus on the scenes and making it the big gory
They want it to be
scenes,
seen. That's
and
why I
they
say to
want-
me that's not horror. That's just like, that's porn. That's visual porn. It's torture porn.
All right, so what's your take on
Someone
something
called
like,
one of my
say,
videos
body
torture porn. I
Say
felt
again?
offended.
What's your take on a subgenre like that of body horror?
That's what I'm talking about. Like that stuff is like, it's more about, if you're taking a phobia and you're focusing on that phobia, then you're dealing with a horror an aspect.
So would you consider Tetsuo the Body Hammer horror?
Yes.
I was just curious. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, I consider it horror, so I was just
The
curious.
reason why I'm saying a lot of stuff ain't horror because the shit ain't fucking scary. It's just a bad fucking series of scenes that are
So
just
are these
violent.
good movies or what are they?
They're just shit. Like for example, like those movies that like Transmorphers and shit like that. Like
Come on, fam.
I'm just that shit's crap. Like it's not.
Transmorphers. There's one called Ape versus Dinosaur.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like just
on.
because you made the movie don't mean it fits the genre. Just because you put some action in it don't make it an action movie. there still has to be a story being told. It has to be cohesive. It has to make sense. If you just throw a guy in a room and have him slaughter people, that's not like a story. So it's not really a genre. It's just I'm just showing you violence. I could just watch, like he said, if I could just watch the news, I'm good. Otherwise, Boys in the Hood was horror.
How dare
It's a
you?
different type of
But is it horror?
Oh, Ricky.
I mean, the police
horror,
brutality
different.
to the shootings from the dude getting shot, like Ricky, like that shit is horror to me. If we gonna talk about
that's reality horror.
like a slasher, right?
Can we get to that?
right.
Can we do that?
Yeah, that's what we should be doing.
I mean, that's the trauma. That's the traumatization, like on everyday life, as black men in this room.
But it surrounded the horror with stories that led to those moments, which made that
True
impact
indeed.
me.
True indeed. Which when
Like, if
you
it was
walk
just seen-
outside your door, you identify with that movie because I could be with that dude.
Yeah,
I could be that person when in that circumstance. I could holler at my boy. I don't know what he's on, and get caught up in
be done.
this situation.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Get in
saying?
the car, nigga.
You flip a coin when you
Oh,
walk
Mark
up.
ass busters, you ain't rolling up on set like
They
that.
could.
Man,
Hey, Cook.
I feel like every episode this season
thought
we
that was
said Mark
bars.
ass busters. I
He
feel
had bars like, oh shit.
I feel like that so far. This season we've said Mark ass buster every episode.
Hey, that's the big
Damn right.
There we go.
Damn right.
And then later on, y'all after this is over, we gonna hear a freestyle about an animal.
Oh yeah, because Kai's always rapping about animals now.
Wolverine is next. I'm just trying to find one.
Oh my God.
You don't want to find this thing. I can't stress that enough. I cannot stress.
I never seen one.
This is genuine concern. Look it up on the internet.
That shit is hilarious.
This is genuine concern. You
Even
don't.
babies?
What?
Baby Wolverine.
If you close enough to see a baby Wolverine, some mama Wolverine somewhere nearby, fam.
That's especially.
These are animals that are not kept in captivity for a reason.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with them.
They don't have them in zoos for a reason.
Crazy.
And he said honey badgers. They have such cute names. So
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there go one right there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, look at that little guy.
Look like a skunk, and he'll fuck you up.
Yeah, with 3-inch claws
Pepe Le Pew funny coming
that
for
will
your
disembowel you.
Yeah, Pepe Le Pew coming for your ass. So I think that Fly Nerd Group should delve into this horror question. We got to try to find some good horror. It has to exist. Like we know, like for example, what was the Void came out? That was good as
The
hell.
Void was good. The Color from Space.
Color from Space was good. That movie with the guy, the Empty Man, that was
The
decent.
Empty Man was decent. Yep.
Like so, they're and all of those movies have one thing in common: they have never been anything like that before these movies. And I think that again, in order to scare people, you can't give them what they already seen.
Well, why they make a movie about Wolverine?
Because they that's real life scary. It don't need to be
I mean, what's
nothing.
wrong
But,
Oh, hold on. First of all, do you
look
remember
look at that.
do you
That's
remember
what
the,
they do.
You remember the
That's
movie, the
fucked up.
Beaver horror movie?
Yeah, Zombiever.
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 Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a B
Zombiever.
movie.
It's a B movie called Zombievers.
All right, okay, so this is the here's the challenge. For the next episode, I want y'all to watch this movie called Wolf Cop.
I've seen Wolf Cop already. I already
Okay.
seen Wolf Cop.
Wolf
I already
Cop.
seen Wolf Cop.
Wolf Cop. Yo, that shit is fucking hilarious, bro. That shit is hilarious. I love that movie.
Is this a B movie?
It absolutely is. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm about that B movie.
There was a particular point in time where B movies were like,
Shoot Wolf Cop.
yo,
We shoot Wolf Cop.
yo, when you see it, you'll understand.
Shoot Wolf Cop.
This shit it's like fucking hilarious. But it's like a violent teen wolf.
That's right. That's what I'm picturing.
It's violent.
That makes
as
it
fuck.
even better.
Yo, it's a scene. You know what I'm talking about? The scene in the jail with Shorty.
Man.
Yes.
This movie crazy, bro. That's
Yeah.
an example
When
of
was
a
it
B
made?
movie.
Like
maybe
2018?
yeah, not that
Yeah,
long
like-
ago.
Not that long ago.
And there's
It's
a
on
sequel.
Hulu.
3-4 years ago.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
it's
Hulu.
out.
I haven't seen this joint. I'm gonna go
Dude, this
home and
sounds
watch
like
Wolf
it.
something
Cop.
made in the 60s or something.
Nope.
No,
This was
is
made
new-
just a few
look,
years
that's
ago.
it right there.
Yeah, here we go.
Wolf Cop, man. I'm telling you, it's some real shit.
Hell no.
And
Hey,
they
man,
Bad
they
as
making movies about anything.
that's the point. That's what I'm saying. Like B movies are not afraid to go where Hollywood should go.
Serious as hell. Like, oh, wait, 2018.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unknown territories. Like
Motherfucking 74 concept.
Like a good example of another movie that was B, but also was brilliant. John dies at the end.
Yeah.
Whoa. What? Wow.
It's done like classic. Again, if you don't have a budget, what do you do?
That right there. What you see right there?
How do you make it interesting that people will actually sit and watch it?
You call it Wolf Cop.
Yo, this shit.
Apparently, that's just a selling point to guys.
But I mean, for real.
Look at the wolf. There he is.
Yes.
He actually a cop.
I'm trying to tell you.
Wait for that.
I'm trying to tell you.
You waiting to see him in the uniform with the gat in his hand?
No, you ain't seen nothing yet. Like that, the car that he drives.
So he actually fight crime?
Yes.
All wolf cop.
Yeah, half man, half beast.
So this
all
like
wolf
RoboCop.
cop.
I want to see RoboCop, Wolf Cop get into it.
Hey
Mix it
man,
up.
listen, look at the card. Remember Kung Fury? It's like on that level. Or Velocipaster.
Velocipaster.
That's another one.
Man.
Velocipaster is another one that came out.
Fucking with that.
They got some crazy shit, man.
Wolf Cop.
The what was it? Turkey? What was it? Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I've seen Thanksgiving.
Like, it's
Thanksgiving.
just silly
There was another one called Poultry Guys.
Poultry guys, yeah.
Yeah, Poultry Guys was, but that's a trauma film. So you know when you're dealing with trauma, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting with trauma. You don't
Yeah, I
watch a
know.
trauma film for
those are
acting.
those are Grindhouse films.
Yeah.
Y'all don't see these Jada faces. I'm like,
Yo, I mean,
I was going to ask what made
There's poultry
Ambi, what made you get into these like,
So-
B movies?
so like again, you can find brilliant original content that sparks your imagination and creativity to
indeed.
write other shit.
true indeed.
You know, it's like if you listening to the radio all the time, the music you gonna make is some fuck shit.
Right.
But if you tune your ears to some shit you not used to on some whole different vibe, your juices start flowing. You be like, oh, wait a minute. And you go somewhere. Like, that's the same thing for me with writing and creating. It's like, I watch that weird shit because I can't find that shit in Hollywood. Like, Hollywood giving me, like, fucking Matrix. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that story. Let's go to Terminator 18. Let's reboot, everything. That's, I'm waiting for fucking, like, the next Blue Thunder movie to come out.
Blue Thunder.
Let's go. That's what we doing, right?
Team Airwolf.
Man, like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean,
I need a daggone Automan movie.
yo, I love
Auto
Automan.
Man. Oh my
Yeah,
Auto
Automan.
Man.
Automan and Misfits of Science was my movie.
Dude, Iron
my
Sky is
shows.
the shit. Iron Sky is fucking
Iron
amazing.
Sky is wow.
That
That's
shit
another
is
B movie. That's dope
Nazis
as
on
fuck.
the fucking moon.
That shit was hilarious. B movies is where it's at, cause like most of the '80s was B movies that just happened to get budgets
Exactly.
because they was giving them budgets. Say, hey, this original idea, we need content.
I was about to say, if you think in this past decade that just passed, the 2010s, a lot of your indie movies were based off the concept of 80s stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything
Yeah.
from like the synthesizer music,
Yes.
the concepts, all of it.
Which is what basically Stranger Things is.
Yep.
And think about the Stranger Things show. That did not
dipped in
show.
80s.
You didn't see shit for a long time in that movie, in that show.
you did not.
Like you didn't know what the fuck was going on. Was it ghosts? Was it this? Was it what was it? You didn't know.
Yeah, they did. They paced out their reveals really nicely.
Which is what made it good. Because I didn't know what to expect after a while.
Should Netflix do separate weekly episodes rather than binge?
Like going back to the way is it
Like
Disney
Peacemaker,
Plus is doing?
like if we binge watch Peacemaker, everyone would have seen the Justice League scene and talked about it.
And would have been over with right
Been
away.
over with right away. Yeah.
I think
Versus
so.
like
They
Ozark,
did right
where
by
it just
doing
dropped
that.
and no one talked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's just here and there.
I
You
think
catch it when you catch it.
I think it's a series by series call.
Right.
Because some series you know that you're gonna get these people hooked in, they'll tune in every week. Others you're like, yeah, let's just put it out here, and if it blows up, maybe we'll do it different next time.
Like prime example was that came out recently, Reacher. They did like a whole full binge of it, and that's a pretty good
They
show
can't even
also.
win.
But I mean, it got greenlit for season 2, so it ended up getting a lot of pull. And plus, Buddy who stars in Reacher, that's old boy who was Aquaman in Smallville.
And it was also he's also on
He was
on Teen
Titans. He was Hawk on
Duh.
Titans.
Aquaman was in Smallville?
Yep.
Everybody
Yep.
was in Smallville by the end.
Yeah, by the end you see a little bit of everybody.
Brainiac, all of
Except
them.
Batman.
Yeah, everybody except Batman. There was
Just like on the Arrowverse, everybody said Batman. Yeah, so I think that like Netflix was trying to market itself to be different from TV to hook people into its streaming. That's why they gave it all to you at once.
Right.
But then, and Amazon just followed suit on that. But now Disney and everybody, HBO, are starting to realize, no, that's not going to work.
Right.
Let's go back to the anticipation builder, because it generates hype. It gives you a week to talk about that one episode, which gets more people watching.
Disney do it too.
Yeah, and HBO really started it because that's how Game of Thrones was, week by week.
Yup, sure was.
That's how what's the other series they had with the True Detective?
Right.
They
Oh, True Detective was so good.
They make you wait so you build up and love it. You know, like you binge. Like you know why the reason why they cancel some streaming stuff on Netflix that they don't get next seasons to, because now they're acting like the Hollywood model where they're saying, well, we didn't get enough hits when we released this whole season, so we're not going to do another. But you're not giving people time, right? Give people time.
That's unfair.
Everybody don't binge.
I think
Jupiter Legacy deserved to be canceled though.
You deserve your cancer. You deserve your fate.
And I think Jupiter's Legacy was out for a while too before they decided to cancel it.
Yeah, they were like,
They just watched it and said it's not picking up.
Right.
And they saw all the reviews, like on Fly Nerd Group.
Yikes.
They saw the reviews. They was like, oh, nobody like it.
wowzers.
We are the tastemakers.
Super Crooks is dope though.
Super Crooks is dope. Shout out to Malar World and everything they got cooking.
So one miss and then a hit.
Yeah, so
Whoa.
you one for one.
You even.
I gotta finish watching.
Well, even though he got all them other movies and credit.
in the
Oh yeah,
works.
Kingsman.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah,
Super Cooks is dope like that though.
yeah,
It's worth the watch.
yeah, it's worth the watch.
I started it. I didn't finish it, but word up.
Yeah.
The premise I was fucking with it like, yo, all right, that sounds dope.
And Hit Monkey, you watch that, right?
All the time.
Okay.
I finished that.
He said
You know what I'm
all
saying?
the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Don't play
All
that.
the time. Well, guys, it's been an action-packed show.
Bling bling.
Sure.
That's what we do.
Shout out to Chauncy on his birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy
man. Happy
birthday.
born day.
Pisces.
Apparently, it is Pisces season.
Yes, sir.
Apparently.
That is what I am told.
Yes, sir. Next month on the God Day, the God was born.
Oh,
That's
shit.
real.
Talk
Yes,
some
sir.
shit.
That's real.
I'm talking my shit, my nigga.
He feeling it.
Yes, sir.
Feeling myself.
March the 7th, the God was born.
Well, now.
Yes, sir.
And March the 1st, Fly Nerd Group is going to be
There we
at
go.
Haymarket Brewery
There we go.
That's what's up.
for a
March
night
1st.
of flyness.
There we go. There we go.
Featuring Harolds 83,
Whoop, whoop.
which is a great honey ale, man. It's just good.
It is good.
Shout out Brewer Ross.
Shout out Brewer Ross. Harold's 83 Honey Ale.
Funky Town.
Funky Town.
Funky, see?
Moors,
Funky,
you know.
see? Funky Town right there.
Right, I want you to take me to
Funky Town.
Yup, Black Horizon, Turner House. All the local black breweries that are making their moves during the residency there. That's what's up. What else y'all got?
Oh, yeah. Yo, thanks for coming through, man.
No problem.
Appreciate
bro. No
it.
problem.
Yes, sir. Thank you for
Shit,
coming
man.
through.
Having you.
Shout out
Happy
Sean
birthday
Rocker.
to you, man. Shout out to Sean Rocker, hardworking, man. Shout out to Most, man. Shout out to fucking Lockheed. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Dude. Shout out to Ambi
Shout
World.
out, shout out.
Shout out to Donovan, man. And shout out to you.
Right. Shout out to
Bob
all y'all
Backlund
supporters.
style, son.
Right.
Nah,
Now
we
we
good,
Backlund,
man.
not Butkus.
That's another fucked up one.
Bob
What is it? Blowing his back out like Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund.
That was actually a rhyme. Blowing his back out like Bob.
Goddamn.
Blowing her back out like Bob Backlund.
That's the bar. All right.
He'll do the pat in the video.
Well, from Coach E Soul Star, one love to everyone
shout
out
out
there.
to the fans and everyone listening,
Yes.
subscribing, sharing.
Hell
and all
yeah.
the
Hell
flyers
All of that.
out
Shout out to
there.
Chicago.
Shout out to Kenny Keys. He said he'd be watching this shit with his fam because we be putting them up on shit. So that's just,
That's what we do.
household name.
We love you.
Peace.
For sure.
Peace,
All right, we out of here. Peace.
Kenny Keys that plays some of your beats on here, so just
All the time.
That's
Word.
all the time.
We love y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Ah, that's dope. hearing that voice.